ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Monday, the 21st of April. Hope you had a beautiful Easter weekend. We will find out. We had an Easter egg hunt at the palatial mansion. Whether Idaho or Southern California, either way, he's got multiple mansions. Multiple mansion Ireland. Meanwhile, how was 420 in the Mason household? And Greg Bergman doesn't celebrate Easter, so we'll get into that, I'm sure. Speaking of not celebrating, what happened Saturday night to the Lakers? What's up with the Lakers? We'll talk about it as we get ready for game number 2 against the Timberwolves tomorrow night at Crypto.com Arena. Tonight at Crypto.com Arena, Kings playoff hockey sucker as the Kings battle those stinking Edmonton Oilers. We will have the Luc Robitaille show and your chance to win 2 tickets into playoff hockey tonight. That's all ahead. Let's do it. The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland with Craig Bergman in that third chair right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, what's going on, people? Lakers? Rough start to the playoffs.
Disappointing. Yeah, that's an understatement.
We will get to that for sure. I actually had so we went out to my mom's house for Easter, had a wonderful time. My mom's house is filled with many things I shouldn't be eating, but eat anyway.
What's the weight at?
Weight is at 200 even.
So where do you want to be at?
190, which is where I was before the party happened.
So are you up 9, down 3? What were you before?
No, I'm up.
Well, how high did you get?
So I went, I got as high as 200.7. Okay,
so you're near your top weight.
I am.
For the
that
year.
is. I am.
You're
I am a
even,
heavyweight
basically.
at this point, and I got to cut myself back to 190, which I'll do. Now, yesterday, so we get home and we're
You know, the peeps, the one peep you ate, are still sitting on the counter.
I know. I don't. I'm glad they're here for me.
And they're still good. You can still eat them
Still
just like
fresh.
that. Even as a year from now, sitting
Right.
like that,
Yeah,
you can
it's true.
still eat
You
it.
can leave them out for a year.
and they'll still be delicious. So yesterday we get home and go to use the bathroom. Toilet's broken.
At your mom's place.
No, at our house.
Okay.
Okay.
Toilets!
Toilet's not working.
Yeah, call Steve Ballmer. He's got great knowledge of toilets.
So we called the plumber. This is about 5 o'clock last night. I called the plumber. He said, yeah, great. I'll be there tomorrow at 3. So what do you do in the meantime? Well,
You guys just have one bathroom?
we have 2 bathrooms, but
Okay.
the entire system is now backed
You
up.
can't go to the bathroom at all.
Can't go to the bathroom
Can't
at
use
all.
either one. Okay.
So I will say that I walked to Taco Bell twice last night, and once this morning. I made a walk to Taco Bell just to use their bathroom.
You need a better plumber. Like if you call Power Pro Plumbing, they'll be there within an hour.
Really, within an hour, and
Yeah.
they would do it on the spot?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Also,
Yeah.
there's not a better place to go to the bathroom than a Taco
Taco Bell's the
That's
closest
the only
place.
thing. There's got to be
Closest
something
place.
else, too.
No.
Starbucks.
What's that?
Starbucks.
Starbucks, you got to buy something though, right?
I mean, you
Starbucks,
could
they
be nice.
get kind of strict. Taco Bell, they don't care.
I mean, hopefully it was the number 1 because I wouldn't want to go, too, in a
Yeah,
Taco
I mean,
Bell
you had to
bathroom.
do what you had to do, but it was
Yeah.
a big inconvenience. By the time I get home, it'll be done. And then I'm getting my tattoos this afternoon.
Oh, that's today.
Yeah, very nervous. Very nervous about tattoos, which hurt.
They do not hurt.
Ireland, people will tell you all the time, tattoos do not hurt. Tattoos hurt.
I completely believe you.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
I don't understand. It's a needle being poked into your skin. Why wouldn't
How
it hurt?
could it not hurt?
No, because you
But
barely
Greg's
even
had more
feel
than
it.
you have.
Right.
Yeah, I got a bunch. But Ireland, even when you're done with the Lakers, you won't get a tattoo?
No.
No,
I will
one.
be
Ireland,
tattooless.
Ireland.
I think a weird thing has happened in my lifetime. I'm now the minority. Most of my friends have some ink, including both of you.
Yes.
Brian and I are in the minority.
Yeah,
but
you and
Brian,
Brian.
I'm pretty hell-bent on never getting one.
I feel like I will get one eventually.
You'll cave
I
eventually?
just haven't had that itch
Laura,
yet.
you have some, right?
I have 2. Depends where you get them is if they hurt.
Yes. If it's on
Correct.
bone, it's going to hurt.
It's not going to be on bone.
It's in the fatty part.
It's
Muscle.
it's a muscle part. This
Yeah.
is because
You have no fat now because of the summer
no,
strike.
my tries are incredible.
Let the
Well,
camera
until
see.
the party.
Just kind of-
Until the party, exactly, exactly. All right, so that's what the hell happened on Saturday?
Okay, so a couple of thoughts here on what happened to the Lakers. Number one, this was never going to be. I mean, we had a lot of fun with the Lakers in 5-bit. You know, Michael, who is the worst prognosticator.
Did he
I've
call
ever-
it Lakers in 5?
He said sweep.
Oh, come on, Michael.
But I mean, Michael's been wrong more this year then he's been right. Every time, like, he'll put games in the refrigerator before the game starts, and they'll lose. And
He'll do that in here.
yeah, I mean, it was never going to be a sweep.
No.
But I didn't think the Lakers could get beat like that. That game was not close. They trailed by as many as 27. They ended up losing by 22. Their bench outplayed the Lakers bench 42-13 in bench scoring. The three-point shooting, the Lakers
Differential was gigantic.
Lakers didn't guard anybody. 27 wide open three-point attempts. It's just not what they've been doing all year. So we're going to find out. I have great faith in the Laker coaching staff and the Laker team. We're going to find out how good they are tomorrow night. If Minnesota does it again tomorrow night, then the Lakers are circling the drain. They've got to show up tomorrow.
Absolutely must.
And I think they will.
Yeah, and I think they will as well. Now, the one thing, and you mentioned the number of wide open three-pointers. They actually, Minnesota,
27 of 42 classified as wide open.
They took 86 field goal attempts, and 57 were viewed as wide open by NBA.com. 57 of 86 were wide open.
That just can't happen, especially with their defense. But it was the 3-point shot, right? Because at the end of the second quarter, the Lakers were down by 8. Dorian Finney-Smith had a wide-open three-point shot, missed, came back the other way. Dante DiVincenzo hits a three-pointer, turning point in the entire game. Go down 11. It was a three-point shot.
Yeah, you saw the fast break points, right?
Oh, the fast break
25-4 Minnesota, which means the Lakers didn't get back on defense, nor did they push the ball.
Right, and I know there were some offensive rebounds late for the Lakers in that game during garbage time, but generally speaking, Minnesota cleaned up on the offensive boards and got second chance points, and the Lakers did not. I mean, there were so points in the paint. Minnesota 44-32. Rebounding, Minnesota 44-38. Lakers 15 assists versus 29 for Minnesota. I mean, there were so many issues in that game. It was like a total system failure.
And you kind of just went over it. I was looking for a silver lining, get ready for game 2.
What is it?
There isn't one.
Yeah.
They got outplayed in every aspect of the game. Michael likes to say that if you could pick the way you lose, that he'd much rather lose the way the Lakers did than the way the Clippers did. The Clippers lost in overtime of a game. They had a 15-point. Why do you agree with that?
Because I can get over a big loss. I can't get. It's tougher to get over a tight loss.
That's Michael's argument. I disagree. I want to play well. I want to play like the Clippers played well. I think the Clippers are going to win that series. Game 2 of that series is tonight.
Right.
I think the Clippers played well enough to win, and they just at the end kind of Russell
So
Westbrook.
you're saying you would rather get blown out than
No, Greg is.
I am.
You'd rather get blown out.
Greg
than
and
lose.
Michael's with Greg. I would rather play well, and if I don't win, I'm saying, okay, but I can build on that. We play I would feel better about myself tonight if I were the Clippers than if I were the Lakers.
Me too.
Why,
I would.
Greg, why are you the opposite?
So I'm the opposite because you can look at what happened in that game against Minnesota and say, okay, these were things that we got out physical. We let guys like Jaden McDaniels jump over us and get offensive rebounds.
Right.
You can fix those things, and you can look at it and say they're not going to hit 21 threes again. If you just come out with a little more physicality, they also didn't even foul anybody until midway through the second
4
quarter.
minutes left in the first half is when they committed their first foul. That to me is an indication of not playing physical enough.
I've been around a lot of coaches, and coaches will say a perfect stat line for somebody is points, rebounds, assists. If you get, let's say you get a triple-double, but look at how many fouls. If they commit 3 to 4 fouls, that means they're trying on defense.
Right.
If they commit no fouls, that means they didn't get into anybody.
Yeah.
So that's a good example.
Not physical at all. And so LeBron said it after the game.
So did JJ.
We were surprised by their physicality, which, by the way, how can you be surprised by that type of physicality at this point in the game?
And you know, if the Lakers can come back and win, and I still think they can, the Warriors look like they have Houston's number. I watched that game last night.
Yeah.
The Warriors are just better. And so it would be Lakers-Warriors in the second round if the Lakers can come back. But I always had this being a close series. I mean, we all did the Lakers in 5-bit. I've been Lakers in 7 the whole time. But now they gave home court back to the Wolves.
Yeah.
They're going to have to win a game in Minnesota. The Lakers are the only team in the top 6 with a losing road record. So they've got some work to do.
So I picked
here.
Lakers in 5. I could still be right, correct?
You could. If they
All
win
right.
4 in a
That's
row.
what I'm talking about.
You got to lose one to get
You're
to
not
5.
going to be, but
Yeah. Well, let's see.
statistically, you
Yeah,
could.
no, it's a very tough series.
And then you and Michael will break out that tomorrow night is must win, even though it's not.
Well, you just said they're circling the drain if they lose tomorrow
I
night.
agree with
What is
that.
the difference between that? and-
Because they're not in the. You're
not
saying that
technically-
they're down the drain.
Right.
You're
but
saying
you're
if they
saying they're
lose the
circling
series-
it.
Right.
And you
can
pointed
come
out
back from that.
Right. If you go down 0-2, I don't think you're coming back from 0-2.
Either do I,
Not
but-
blowing the first two.
either do
So
I,
there
but-
you go.
No,
Why
but
not?
you have
you said neither do I.
But no, you have a chance. You're saying you have no chance.
It's-
If you say it's must win, you're
well,
saying
no,
the series
there's like
is
a
over.
6% chance or whatever that percentage is. 8%.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give them an 8% chance. That means
So it's
9
not must
times
win.
out of 10. Well, it is must win. Do you want an 8% chance or do you want to be in the series? An 8% chance is a long shot. You got to win tomorrow night.
Yeah, but didn't Denver do this last year against Minnesota? They went down 0-2 at home, and they took it to Game 7, right?
I can't remember if they took it to Game 7 or Game 6. Minnesota won. I think they did take it to a Game 7.
Yeah, Minnesota won it, but still, they gave it up to
as
go to
long
Game
as you
7.
have a chance. I covered a series in 2004 where the Lakers were playing San Antonio, and Gary Payton was trying to guard Tony Parker, and he had no answers. Tony Parker was just carving him up. And the Spurs won both games, each of the first 2 games in San Antonio by double digits. Lakers came back and won the next 4, including the Derek Fisher 0.4 shot.
Right.
So it can happen, but it's only happened twice in Lakers history. Once in 2004 and once in 1969. You don't want to go there unless you have to.
No, absolutely. All right, hey, it's a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting on the Lakers' Game 1 performance as they look to bounce back at home tomorrow night. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Please enjoy responsibly. Hey, it is time to Chumba. The action never stops. Play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free and no purchases necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots, so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You can redeem some awesome prizes. Suit up and let's do it. Head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Appreciate you buttering me up, George. I want to get it
towards
so that,
the end. You got it a little more towards the end.
I want to get it so that when McVay comes on, I can McVay him.
Dino and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $269 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $10,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
Everybody know what Thursday is, right? Oh, yes.
Rams are on the clock. I read a story today that the person who wrote the story thought Shador could fall to the Rams.
To the Rams.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think he will.
I don't think so either. I think there's always one that gets
Rams
exaggerated.
Have the 26th pick,
26,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Go Jackson Dart.
By the way, you can kick off draft day at Legends Attic in Claremont with Travis and DeMarco Thursday from 9 a.m. to noon. Broadcasting live with Rams legend and Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce. Got a chance to win some signed memorabilia, trading cards, Legends Attic gear, and baseball tickets. For more information, visit legendsattic.com. And again, that's Thursday, Legends Attic in Claremont. All right, so it's time to dump on Nico Harrison.
So easy.
Nico had his exit press conference availability with the Dallas media, and you can imagine how warm and fuzzy all the feelings were afterwards. Nico was asked point blank, why shouldn't you be fired?
Luka comes back to town, the Lakers game's happening, and you're standing there, and there's thousands of people chanting for you to be fired. That's an experience that none of us, no one's chanting for for us to lose our jobs. Why shouldn't you be fired?
Well, one, I think I've done a really good job here, and I don't think I can be judged by the injuries this year. You have to judge from totality, from beginning to end, and so I think I have a really good working relationship with Patrick.
He sounds beleaguered.
I think that's a good word. The interesting thing is, I'm surprised he did it. Like Leon Rose,
He even had the press availability.
yeah, Leon Rose, the Knicks guy.
Yep.
Never does press ever.
Right.
Just has no interest in it. Doesn't care. You can say, well, wait, it's the public's team. You're a public trust. Blah blah blah. For when Magic stepped down unexpectedly, Rob didn't do media for a year.
Right.
He just he didn't do it, which I thought was a smart decision by him. He was going to have to answer all those questions about Magic, so he just waited for a year. If I was advising Nico, I would tell him, stop talking.
Okay, let me ask you something about this, because I want to follow up. I thought you were going to say that, and yet I remember so many instances over the years where you have said, just walk to the microphone, face every question, let them punch themselves out.
Yeah.
That's the way you move on. What's different about this?
Because he is so vilified right now for trading Luka. It's too close to the trade. I think eventually that you play that card. But he just traded Luka on February 1st.
Right.
Luka just went into Dallas and dropped 45 on him when he spent the whole day saying defense wins championships. And then the one guy you were supposed to stop dropped 45 on you. I think the situation is too hot. I think if he would have done a stop till you drop press conference like I always advise,
yes,
at this particular time, he just would have been killed. Wait till the beginning of next season.
So I always hear you say it. you control the narrative. This would
Right.
be a
If you don't
moment
tell
where
your
he-
story, someone else
Right.
will tell it for you.
So
but
him
there's
going
other
out
ways
there,
to do that.
Sure, but this is for him. Maybe that was what he was trying to do, saying, "I'm going to come out here and I'm going to control the narrative, talk about the injuries." And you saw the Tim McMahon piece. He was talking. They just fired the guy that runs that whole operation.
Right. So I'll give you an example. When Josh Kroenke fired Michael Malone, he did a really smart thing. He went to the in-house media guy, a guy named Vic Lombardi, who is employed by the Nuggets. And he said, ask me anything you want. But he knew he was going to be treated with kid gloves because
Right.
Vic works for the team.
Sure.
One of the you got, like basketball coach always say, you got to know time and score. Right now is not the time because of the score. Luke, I mean, if Nico's not getting fired, he like Patrick Dumont has already said he's in Nico we trust.
Yeah.
So his first press conference should be, he already did the post Luka thing.
Yep.
His first press conference should be next year at Media Day. If I were Nico, I would stop.
Yeah, you would stop. Bergman, would you stop? Well, right now, obviously, you're going to stop. The season's over. Your season's over.
That was his last thing, but now you're seeing it all over the place. This is him trying to just get out in front of everything and say, I did a good job here. And he also said at some point, we don't have the clip of it, but he said that if you don't like an all-defensive player, somebody that can control and be a defensive guy, then you're not going to like the trade out of Anthony Davis. So that's what we've talked about a bunch.
Yeah, but how does this serve Nico? At one point today, he said, I knew Luka was important to the fan base. I just didn't know he was this important.
That was just a stupid
Did
thing
he
to
really
say.
say that?
Yeah. How does that help him? It doesn't.
That's just
idiotic.
That really is unbelievably stupid.
Right.
It's short-sighted. Just
Well,
in general.
so in other words,
But
if
one
you're
part of
not
this problem, if you read the Tim McMahon article that Greg was talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
he's fired all the people that would have told him not to
Sure.
do this. He basically wants a dictatorship, and anybody who had any power, he ran off, including Mark Cuban.
right, Cuban's completely out of the mix
Cuban
entirely.
offered,
Yeah.
if you read the Tim McMahon piece, Cuban offered to be an intermediary when things started to go south with Luka. He said, look, I have a really good relationship with Luka, with his dad, with Laura Beth, who is his personal manager.
Right.
And by the way, everybody at the Lakers loves Luka's dad, loves Laura Beth, I mean, they've been nothing but great. But it got strained between Nico and them because Nico wanted to be the guy with the power, and Luka had a lot of power.
Right.
So Nico ran him off. And Nico, he ran off the head of media relations. He ran off the head of sports medicine. He ran off anybody he ran off Mark Cuban. Anybody who had heritage, who had tenure,
Right.
is gone. And so, and these are all recent developments. So if I was Nico, I just would have said, talk to you guys at Media Day next year.
The article made it sound like Dirk Nowitzki is also one of those
Yeah.
guys that's being run off as
Dirk
well.
sounds very unhappy.
Well, Dirk's people are all Luka's people now. Laura Beth used to work for Dirk.
For Dirk.
And that head trainer that we were talking about that got fired
Went straight to the Knicks.
Went straight to the Knicks.
And
that was
now
the guy,
Jalen Brunson said he's the guy that got me back on the court.
Yep.
He was the guy that said Dirk said that's who he made me go 21 years.
Yeah, I don't think that there is any. I mean, is there any salvaging Nico at this point? I mean,
Yeah,
nothing.
you know how?
Winning next
Yep.
year. Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
the only
I
thing
think
that's
I've
going
done
to
a
do
really good job here.
Yeah. He does think he
Well,
did a really good job
Play
here.
that again. I didn't have that drop.
One, I think I've done a really good job here.
I think I've done a really good job.
No,
here.
that's the drop you played. That was the beginning of the drop you played.
Yeah. Brian's playing it.
Yeah.
I just think that you're right, Mace. I'm normally saying if you don't tell your stories and let others tell it for you, it's never good. But Nico's story has already been told. He can't defend these moves that he's made. Like you just said, the only thing that fixes this is winning.
Winning.
So you've got to spin everything forward to next year, and that's
Yeah.
what. If I'm Nico, I don't talk again until Media Day.
If you don't,
I don't think he'll listen to that.
Yeah,
but
although
I would
I don't. Do you really think there's an occasion where he would speak between now and Media Day?
draft.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
draft.
Yeah, I
The
wouldn't
draft.
talk.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, and
I
if
think
you
he should
need-
be done.
If you need evidence on what that looks like, just look at the Knicks.
Right.
Do you even know what Leon Rose looks or
No.
sounds like?
No clue.
No one does.
Right.
They're banking
Yeah.
on two 33-year-old guys that are injury prone. I don't know if that's the right way to go about anything.
Yeah. Hey, Brian Cohen.
What's up?
What's up?
Not much.
How was
Oh,
Easter?
by the way-
oh, you're not. How was the weekend? Good.
That was good. Yeah.
We should mention Luc Robitaille, top of the hour
Yeah.
in about 18 minutes. Kings Oilers tonight at Crypto.
Go, Kings, go.
That's Bob Miller, the great Bob Miller, who sent out a video message to King fans today. I got a different feeling about this year. Every other year I was convinced Edmonton was going to knock the Kings out. I'm not so sure they're going to this season.
No, the Kings
have home ice, which is the first time in 4 years they've had that. And I sent you guys an article this morning. They're just different. They've got a different vibe. I could be completely wrong. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl may go nuts like they often do. But I got a better feeling about the Kings this year.
Yeah, we will talk to Luke about that coming up for you at the top of the hour. He's going to stop in studio. In the meantime, we'll do some Wheel of Questions coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about your Southern California Toyota dealers. If you're looking for a car, you got to look at Toyota. Did you know that every single new Toyota, whether it's a car, a truck, or an SUV, comes with Toyota Care? A no-cost maintenance plan that covers all normal factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. And by the way, these repairs are done by certified Toyota technicians using real Toyota parts. So it's not like, going to your uncle's cousin's mechanic down the street. This is all covered by Toyota. And so if you want to get a new car, look at Toyota. There's two ways you can do it. You can see their full lineup of vehicles and find the best local offers at Toyota.com. Or if you're like me, you have to sit in a car, you have to drive it, you have to see it, you have to feel it. Go to your Southern California Toyota dealers. They'll be happy to help you out. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
The most followed. Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Harry Douglas here, and we all know breakfast is an important part of the day. But sometimes when you travel for business, you end up staying at a hotel that doesn't offer any. And you know what happens? You grab a cup of coffee and skip the meal entirely. We've all been there, folks. But if you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you can enjoy their free Bright Side breakfast, featuring delicious baked goods, fruit, eggs, yogurt, and waffles. And really, who doesn't want to start their day with fresh, hot, tasty waffles? Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Book direct at LQ.com.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay, let's see.
All right, guys. So we here as Dodger fans know that Shohei Ohtani hits a home run. Everybody wants to catch the ball.
Yes.
Especially that, everybody was looking to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Braxton Fulford hit his first career home run, and the guy who caught it was asking for $1,000 in exchange for the ball, and the Rockies said, no, we're not paying you. I don't understand this because, my thing is, if his first, I would probably just give the ball, but $1,000 isn't bad. Shouldn't they just pay up, or should the player pay up and get the ball?
It's a good question, and I want to be sensitive to people that don't have a lot of money. A lot of people are struggling, so if you have something that has value, you want to be compensated for it. But Mace, it's his very first home run.
Correct.
This isn't a Shohei 50 home run ball. This isn't
the world's hottest prospect.
No.
Nope.
It's what I would have said had they come to me. I would have said, "Oh, it's his first home run? Yeah, happy to give it to you. Give me a ball and have him sign it for me, just another ball.
Yeah.
He can have this one."
Yeah.
And I think that's a fair trade for both sides.
Yeah, I think so too. And a lot of people are bagging on the Rockies. They wouldn't pony up $1,000, whatever it was. They did talk him down to a meet and greet, and he did get the baseball and all that stuff.
Oh, they did? I didn't know that
They
part.
did a meet and greet.
Okay.
They said, we're not going to give you $1,000, but we'll let you meet the player. He'll sign a baseball for you, all that stuff. That's what
that's where
ultimately got it back.
eventually it ended up.
That's
Okay,
where
good.
it ended up. But yeah, is it fair to expect the team to pay $1,000 for baseball, the guy's first baseball home run?
It's the guy that caught the ball. It's his ball. So whatever he wants for it, that's where he's starting the bargaining process. So if that's what he wants, if he wants $1,000, they should either talk him down like they did, or give him the $1,000.
Yeah, negotiate.
Negotiate. It's your ball. I get the meaning behind it for Brent Fulford. Is that what the guy's name is?
Fulford.
Yep.
I get the meaning behind it, but at the same time, he has no obligation to give this ball back to him.
He doesn't, but it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing
It's
to
the right
do.
thing.
$1,000 to the Rockies is like pennies. Like, just pay up, bro.
Yeah, they probably spend that in paying the parking attendants.
Well, they
for
certainly
one
don't
game.
spend it in paying the players.
Yeah.
Is Chris Bryant still their highest paid player?
Some of these teams now are just. Thank you very much. That's a good question. Laura? Did you think they did the right thing?
No. I think they should have paid up.
You should, Brian. What do you think?
In that situation, I wouldn't have asked for money, but like some tickets or something. Merch.
Exactly. Yeah, some tickets. That works. I think there are some Major League Baseball teams that are just such a blight on the game. One of them is the Pittsburgh Pirates, who've not offered a multi-year contract since 2018. So in other words, everybody's on a 1-year deal.
But Skeens will break that
Well,
trend,
Skeens
right?
is on his minor league deal, right? But everybody else they bring in, everybody's on a 1-year deal, like McCutchen and those guys.
By the way, Greg, did I read that we're getting Skeens Yamamoto on Friday night
Oh!
at Dodger Stadium?
That's
you should go.
Yamamoto has been dealing.
Yamamoto
so
is a
good.
beast. If there is a guy on this team that can win the Cy Young, it's Yamamoto.
It absolutely is. He threw just a fantastic game on Friday night. What do you wind up with? You have 10 strikeouts, no walks in that game.
Yeah, 7 innings.
Dominating. He's now 3-1, and through 5 starts, he's got a .74 ERA.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, and he battled Jacob deGrom, who had gave up 1 hit. It was a home run.
Yeah.
To Tommy Edman on the second pitch of the game.
Exactly, and I'm a big strikeouts per guy.
Yep.
He's 38 strikeouts in 29 innings. He is absolutely overpowering people right now. DeGrom was great on Friday.
He was.
Dodgers only had 5 hits in that game. Still managed to win it, but the one big one. Saturday they lose on an Adolis Garcia walk-off home run
off Kirby Yates.
Off of Kirby Yates. Tanner Scott wasn't available because he pitched, I think, 3 of 5 days, something like that.
Yep. He pitched a lot.
And then yesterday, Dodgers found a way to push a run across in the 8th inning. And then I thought it was interesting. Jack Dreyer came in to face the top of the lineup, and he was very good, including Corey Seager. He was very good, did have an leadoff walk, but settled in, got Seager, and then Evan Phillips closed out the 8th inning. I thought Jack Dreyer clearly up the trust tree for Dave Roberts right now.
He's really, really high on the trust tree because he's been fantastic. His stuff absolutely plays. I remember before the season started, they left him on the 40-man they let Ryan Brazier go,
right,
who was a huge part of that bullpen for a long time, but they kept him on because they knew what type of stuff he had, and he's been nothing but great since he had a bad outing in Japan.
All right, so Evan Phillips is up. Blake Treinen's down. Greg, is that a wash? Is it you lose a little bit, or is it no big deal?
I mean, it's at this point of the season, no big deal. It's always a big deal when you lose a guy like Blake Treinen.
Treinen's better in general than Phillips.
In
right?
general,
But Phillips
yes.
isn't terrible.
Phillips was your closer mostly last year.
Yeah, for the last couple of years he has been. It is a. I mean, you don't want to ever lose anybody in that bullpen, but they're both really, really good, and they have great stuff. So you're not really losing a lot, but Treinen he's untouchable when he's on.
Okay, so let me ask. The Dodgers won this weekend despite scoring, 3-1.
Yeah.
Seven runs this weekend, and they found a way to win. Are they tied for the best record in baseball? I think
they're a half game back of the Padres, who have one less loss.
Okay, so they basically have not played well, and they've got essentially the best record in baseball. I think I'm going to go back to this lineup thing. I really think Mookie Betts should be leading off and Shohei Ohtani should be batting second. Through 21 games now, Ohtani has just 8 RBIs, and 5 of them are just himself hitting home runs. Ohtani has only been to the plate in 9 opportunities with a runner in scoring position. 9 times so far this season. The bottom of the lineup, 7-8-9, batting a combined 173. Honestly, I don't understand why you wouldn't consider this move right away.
Why? Okay, using your logic, why wouldn't you bat him third or fourth?
Because you still, this is sort of splitting your difference. In other words, you get 17 less at bats when you're batting second. You get even more, let's say you get 35 less at bats.
If your goal is to get Ohtani in situations where he has runners on base, you have 2 MVPs you could hit in front of him.
Yeah, my goal...
You could lead off with Mookie, you could hit Freddie Freeman second and hit Shohei third.
I would want to go to the lineup they started last year with, which is Shohei second, getting him more at-bats, but also getting him more opportunities with runners in scoring position. And to me, that makes sense with Mookie at the top of the lineup. Bergman, you think I'm wrong?
So, yeah, I do think you're wrong, but that's
So do
because
I.
because you want as many opportunities as possible. I get all that. But he has been nothing but fantastic at the top. And this is what we had this argument last year. It's the bottom of the lineup was a mess at the beginning of last year. Yet somehow there was a stat that came out. It was last week, so this number has changed. But in 109 games since moving to the leadoff spot last season, 306 average, 41 home runs, 92 RBIs.
Yeah,
But that's Mason's point.
But
well, that's
my
he's still
point
doing
is,
it at the top.
How many more runs would you have scored had he been batting in a different spot in the lineup?
I want this guy leading off for me every single time. I want my best hitter at the top of the lineup every single night.
By the way, if I remember correctly, this is what the Angels did. They didn't they lead off Trout and bat Ohtani second?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
But they never made the playoffs.
No, but yeah, that was just a woebegone
If it ain't
mess.
broke, don't fix it is the kind of way to look at it, right? If
Well,
they won a World
wait a
Series
minute.
with him at the top.
Is the offense broke or not?
Right, as of right now.
Yes.
It's not, okay, it's still also the middle of
It's
April.
middle of April, but they're not scoring the way I thought they were going to score. They're not hitting the way I thought they would hit. I'm not seeing run-scoring opportunities with Ohtani as I expected to see run-scoring opportunities with Ohtani.
If we go back to 2024, 4/21/2024, you're going to have this exact same argument about the Dodgers lineup, that they're not hitting. The bottom of the lineup can't do
Wait
anything.
a minute, though. Wasn't Mookie at the top of the lineup?
At
4/24,
that point, yeah, Mookie
24?
was at the top of the lineup at that point, but it was the exact same narrative that the bottom of the lineup just can't hit. 5 through 9 just can't hit.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. So when that starts to pick up, which it will, Muncy's starting to come around. I don't think Conforto's ever going to come around.
No, I'm not a Conforto guy. I originally thought Conforto was going to have a good year. I do not think so anymore.
You're already out on him?
Yeah,
it's only 1 month.
Super scuffling. Here's the thing. 2 years ago, he was really good. Last year, had a step back. I thought the Dodgers would fix him right away, and he'd start turning. It hasn't. Just hasn't so far.
Just grounds into double plays over and over. Remember what Vesia was my villain last year?
Yep.
Conforto.
Conforto's your new
this
guy,
year.
huh?
All right,
This year.
so we're expecting Luc Robitaille. We still doing sports graffiti?
We can do it at 1:15 if you guys want.
Well, is Luke here?
So do it until Luke gets
Yeah,
here.
we'll do it until Luke gets
Let's
here.
do it
Yeah.
next.
And by the way, it's Kings playoff game day on 710. Listen today for your chance to win tickets to tonight's game at Crypto.com Arena. Kings taking on the Oilers. Listen for your cue to call. When you do, be calling number 7-877-710 ESPN. You will be at Crypto tonight. Be sure to listen to the call of the coverage starting at 6:30 on the all-new ESPN LA app. All right, Luc Robitaille is coming up, and we'll do some sports graffiti. The Lakers are on the ropes. Dodgers coming off 2 out of 3. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Your calls coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Mason in Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason in Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason in Ireland on 710.
All right, Luc Robitaille is going to be here any minute. In the meantime, let's hit the phones for some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. Let's start out with Scott. Scott on line 5. You're on sports graffiti. Go ahead,
6.
Scott. Oh, 6. Sorry about that.
Guys,
Hey, Scott.
that was Minnesota's best punch. But I got a feeling, I got a hunch. In Game 2, Lakers going to eat their lunch. So don't worry, John, Steve, Greg, Laura, Funch, because next game our big three will score a bunch. Lakers will dominate the crunch, and Mason will celebrate donuts to munch, because it's still Lakers in 5.
All right.
Nicely
Excellent
done.
work.
Nicely done.
Excellent work. Thank you, Scott.
Let's go to DJ. Hey, DJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Love the show, man. I just got one bone to pick with your boy, Michael Thompson. Love me, Michael. Stop putting the games in the refrigerator, man. He put 4-0 before the season even started, man.
I know.
All right, thank you.
I know.
Thank
Michael
you.
is the worst prognosticator I've ever seen.
Well, who can get through to him? You can get through to him.
No, it has to come from somebody higher than me. I've been trying to get him to stop. He won't.
I'm always higher than you.
Beto was trying to get him out of
point.
it.
Yeah. Well, Beto kept it alive for a long time,
Right.
but Michael just he assumes that he doesn't respect the opponents. He'll be here tomorrow. He can stand up for himself. Danny, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Danny.
What's up, guys? Love the show. Hey, so me and my wife, we're going to start traveling in the United States. What's the one city you recommend us going first outside of California?
Well, there's a bunch of great ones. It depends. Are you driving or flying?
He hung
I
up.
think he's
He
gone.
hung up. I would say if you're driving, start in Miami and work your way back.
Yeah, Miami's a fantastic city. Obviously, New York, but you're probably looking for more of a gem. I'd say Toledo. Toledo is a beautiful town.
That
Get
is
there.
a terrible idea.
Get there, stay there. You'll love it.
Do not stop in Toledo. Just
Toledo,
put your blinders on.
fantastic town.
All right, 877-710-3776.
Unless you can get to Altoona, Pennsylvania. There's another town you want to see. Home of the
Complete waste
Horseshoe
of your
Curve.
time.
Amazing.
Sounds magical.
It is.
877-710-ESPN. Here's Sean. Hey, Sean, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. You know, Tommy Edmonds is like the Austin Reeves of the Dodgers, doing everything, and he should be moved back to the number 9 spot. Why are we having batting 6th or 7th or something? Why just drop in front of Ohtani? What do you guys think about Austin Reeves, about Tommy Edmonds batting 9th?
Okay, this is not a terrible idea. That's where Edmund was last year, but here's the problem. If you move him from 5th or 6th to 9th, he's going to lose a bunch of at-bats.
Yep. Yes, he will. He will.
So is it worth doing?
He is a second leadoff guy, if you look at it that way. I don't think I want to give up at bats for Tommy Edmonds right now. I think they got to find a way to be productive in the bottom third of the lineup for Shohei, and it's just I don't necessarily see the pieces there. I don't see the way they get better there.
No, I don't. I totally agree with that. I don't think he should be in the 9th spot. Do you know who's actually leading the team in home runs right now?
Edmund.
Tommy Edmund.
Was 6,
He's
yeah.
at 7.
7 now.
He has the most home runs on the team.
I think he's among the leaders in
all of
the
baseball.
National League. Yeah.
Yep.
Jason, you're on Sports Graffiti. Jason, go.
I want to give a big fat F to that crowd at Crypto on Saturday. They were dead. Boo! Show that there's life. They didn't start coming alive until that fake comeback in the third. And I feel like John, you like to say it's an event going to a Laker game. That kind of sucks for us diehards because we're priced out. And you see the lower bowl, they get some cool shirts. Nobody's in Laker gear. They're just in their nice suits and drinking their drinks. No one cheers. So if you're a diehard out there, cheer extra loud on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Jason. You know, by the way, there was a seat over every chair on or a shirt over
How many
every
people
chair
in the
on
lower
Saturday.
bowl wore?
Less than 10%.
Because when the
people make a big deal out of what outfits they're going to wear to a game. A lot of them have like jerseys they want to wear. They're just not going to put.
But when
them
I
on.
was there for the Luka game, I thought there was an especially high adoption rate for wearing T-shirts. I thought even in the lower bowl, people were wearing T-shirts, but apparently not for a playoff game.
Yeah, John talks about it all the time, that it's an event. You're going there to be seen and walk around. It's people are watching you. But you're right. They should absolutely wear the shirt.
Ray, you're on Sports Graffiti. Ray,
Hey,
go.
good afternoon.
Good
Hey,
afternoon.
I don't want to be a killjoy, but the NBA is saturated with tattoos. It's actually disgusting. Some of these tattoos. I know it's the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to say nothing, but I know everybody doesn't believe in the Bible. But the script is clear. You're not supposed to write in your flesh. I don't think anybody's going to hell for doing it. But it's disgusting sometimes with the tattoos these guys.
Mace, how you feeling about that call when you're going to get a tattoo after the show?
I have no issue with it whatsoever. Disagree with the call. I don't. Does the Bible say something about tattoos don't get inked? Did Jesus say that?
Well,
like Sermon on the Mount?
By the way, you know what else the Bible says?
What?
You're not supposed to touch pigskin on Sundays.
Oh, that's right.
You know, if you interpret it literally,
yes,
then you can find almost anything.
Although, is the tattoo and Jewish cemetery thing still alive? Is that still a
fake.
thing?
None of that is real. It's just
None of that's real?
None of that is real at all. You can have tattoos in a Jewish cemetery. They just don't. They don't like it, but they don't.
They
want
don't
to.
like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for Sports Graffiti today because
we have a much bigger name.
Because we welcome to the show the president of the Kings, Luc Robitaille, who has just walked into the building on the day of Game 1. That's Bob Miller saying, "Go Kings, go!" What's up? Good to see you. Great to have you here. Luke, thank you for doing this. And good. Well, here's the thing. I was saying earlier before you walked in.
Oh, we're live like now?
Yeah,
no,
we're going.
There's no
We're on the air.
Nothing, no
Yeah,
prep.
that was the
Very
welcome.
professional.
What do you want, like a red carpet and a
we have every line full. They don't want to talk hockey. They're out. Okay, so 4th year in a row, we've played the Oilers.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this year's going to be different, but I don't know if it's just me. Do you have a feeling? I mean, obviously, you
have a feeling.
You have great respect for the Oilers, and they might have the 2 best offensive players in the whole conference in McDavid and Draisaitl. But you've got home ice. You've got a little better team this year. What's your feeling going into game one?
Well, I would say Connor McDavid is the best player in the world, and
I agree with you.
Draisaitl's right there, probably number 1B, 1A,
Right.
1B. Depending which night. Draisaitl's had a tremendous year. They're two amazing players, and we expect them to be healthy and to be great tonight. I think the thing that makes our team special this year is it's a team, and we've always talked about our depth and the way our guys play as a team, and hockey. It's, like if you're a great baseball player, you're alone when you're hitting the ball, and if you're even a great basketball player, but teams that win in basketball, like you got to move the ball and so forth, they're a real team. In hockey, you can't have success without your team. So we believe our strength is our numbers. And we're looking this year. We love the fact that we got home ice, but definitely you can't take that for granted. You just got to go out there and play. And it's going to be a hard series, but we're ready, and this is a time to turn it around.
Do you believe that like, for example, the Lakers had this thing with Denver where they couldn't beat Denver, lost to them a couple of times in the playoffs. Does that get lodged in your head as an athlete, and you sort of have that hurdle to get over?
But wait a minute. I watched the show. Wasn't it the Celtics first?
Well, it was Celtics,
and
but
then
the
they
last
turned that sucker
correct,
around.
correct.
Right.
But the last couple of years, Denver's had their number, right?
You got a team that's coming, that they played real well, and but every year's so different. You get new players and so forth. You just got to go out there and be the best you can be. It's like you always hear about sports, like what you can control, be at your best into what you can control. The things you can't control, there's nothing you can do about.
All right, in basketball, where I'm living all the time, if you really want to take a player out of the game, you can do it. You can double team him, triple team him. You're going to leave somebody else open if you do. Hockey really isn't like that, right? Can you take McDavid and Draisaitl out of the game, or do you just try and make it hard on them?
Yeah, you got to try to make it hard on them. You can't really take them out. Back in the old days, we used to be able to.
And by the way, you were one of these guys. When you were having big numbers, guys would try and take you out, but I don't think it works in hockey.
It's a little bit different now because we're not allowed to hook. Like back in the days, we used to say put the stick on the guy's stomach and ride him. You were almost skiing behind him.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You can't do that anymore. So that's an automatic penalty. So we just got to go. It's more of a team concept where you're playing a better, tighter box and so forth, like in your own zone. You can't take a guy out. You just got to play a better system.
So I'm an incredibly superstitious guy, and if my team wins and I'm wearing a certain thing, then I stick with that certain thing, and I don't change a certain thing, don't wash all that kind of stuff. Do you have any of that luck stuff?
Everything is.
Really?
Here's the thing, though. You never screw with a streak. When it works, you keep with it. If it does work, change, though. Don't keep going back to the old thing.
Right.
So when I was a player, I had everything I did was that way, and it's the same now when you're in management. You do little stupid things in life. And
like
then,
what's one stupid thing you do?
Grabbing a coffee before I come and talk to you.
Like I gotta have it.
But here's the other thing about good luck thing. Make it good things.
Yeah, right.
Don't make it painful things.
Yeah.
Like, why make it painful if it's going to be
exactly?
Like if you start winning, you want to enjoy it.
Now,
every day.
aren't playoff beards a thing?
Playoff beards a big thing, yeah. So, and it started, if I'm not mistaken, in the late 70s, 80s. I think it was the Islanders, the first team, and the theory behind it is, I always tell some of our young guys, I even tell our staff, because they ask me, I said, it's like going to war. Let's say you were dropped off in Desert War or in Vietnam back in the days. The theory is like, you're suddenly at war and you're there for 2, 3, 4 weeks. You don't have time to shave. So you're just like you're protecting.
You're worried about
your
the big
country.
thing.
You're worried about the big thing. So the theory in hockey that you're going to war for 2 months. So you really, if you're going to have a playoff beer, you're not allowed to trim it or
don't trim it.
Cut.
You just leave
it. That's
now you will not grow on yourself.
No, I'm going to get rid of that. Like I tried it when I was a player, it didn't work, so I never went back to it. That's one of those things. It wasn't much fun, so it didn't work.
Yeah,
so
right.
Like, all right, I'm
yeah,
not
it didn't work. Then don't do it.
We're talking to Luc Robitaille. Kings open the playoffs tonight at home at Crypto.com Arena against Edmonton with their 2 huge stars. And Luc, I don't know if people are aware that this isn't just a good home team, the Kings. This is the best home team in Kings history. Yeah. They won more games on home ice this year than any team that you played on, that Gretz played on, that Deadmarsh played on. You go back, pick your favorite team. This team won more games at home than. Why do you think?
I think the way the game is played now, obviously our fans are loud. They're very passionate, so they seem like when we play, we have momentum with our fans. And
right.
That no matter what you say it as a player and so forth, it's not a cliche. It does make a difference. And then I think the other thing too in our game, like your coach controls the last change, and because we have so much depth when we play at home, he's able to put the right guys against the other guy on the other team, and that does play in our favor. And, there's, something, for some unknown reason, our power play has been really good at home and on the road wasn't good. That I couldn't even explain that one to you.
Right.
But, to add to what you said, too, it's the best season the Kings ever had. The other best season was 105 points, was in 74, 75. That's how long ago
it's
that
going back to
been.
Marcel Dion.
Marcel Dion, Rogi Vachon days.
Yeah. Now, generally speaking, NHL playoffs, you kind of go as far as your goalie can carry you, right? And Kings have had great play in net this year.
Yeah, Darcy Kemper's had a tremendous year. You come in a series like tonight. The one thing that I learned when you win is you want to make sure your goalie never loses you the game, and he's been like that all year. And then he'll probably steal one or two that you think they're going in that he ends up making a save. That's how you win. And Darcy's done that all year. And the way we play as a team, the way we kind of shut down the middle. We've been one of the best defensive team the whole year, so I expect the same tonight.
Luke, in the NBA, the game changes when the regular season ends and the playoffs start. It gets more intense. It gets more physical. The stars play more minutes. Is it the same way in hockey or not so much?
The hardest trophy to win in sport is the Stanley Cup.
Right.
No questions asked. I mean, it's going to be, we're starting tonight, we're going to play every 2 days, and the intensity picks up almost double. I mean, like guys play hard all year because it's, only so many teams make the playoffs, but it's totally different. The physicality, the blocking shots, and next thing you know, by game 2, you got half your team playing hurt. They keep playing, and it's
fewer fights, right? Because guys don't want to get thrown out. More physicality,
fights.
But fewer fights. It's kind of weird.
Sometimes the first 2 games, if a game gets out of hand, there's some things that get out of hand a little bit early, but definitely fewer and more physicality and a bigger price to pay. I always tell people, if you want to see what hockey is, follow any team that's in the playoffs, and then keep reading their social media and so forth the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because then you'll see, Sergio has shoulder surgery and knee surgery. You're like, wait a minute, he was playing 3 days ago.
Yeah, right. Actually, right now, I think, do we have a pair of tickets for tonight? We got a pair of tickets for tonight, game 1 at Crypto.
By the way, let me encourage anybody who to go after these tickets, because, Luke, I always tell people, you grew up with it, so for you it's more of an innate thing. But Mace, everybody I've ever sold on hockey, I said, go to one game.
Yeah.
And you'll be hooked. Hockey's a fun sport on TV, but there's nothing like it in person.
Nope.
What you don't realize when you're watching TV, particularly if you've never been to a game, and this sounds simple, but until you walk into the building, you forget watching on TV. They're doing this on skates.
Right.
You're watching on TV and you don't hear the sounds that you hear when you go to a game. You hear the skates stopping and starting, and you hear guys getting slammed into the boards, and you see the fans.
And you feel the cold. That's the other thing. You feel the cold. It reminds me, I'm at a hockey game.
Right.
Just do not wear a nice sweater when you win those tickets tonight. We keep it cold for the quality of the ice.
There you go.
And by the way, there's nothing like... first of all, there's nothing like a hockey game in person, but a playoff hockey game in person is a whole new animal. I remember in the 2 times I've won the Cup, I've been lucky enough to be there, both clinch games, in 12 and in 14. I was gripping. We have a suite. ESPN has a suite there, so we all cram into the suite.
Yeah,
we
were at the same parties. Yeah,
and you and I are sitting in the front row, and I realized after the first time I went, I was digging my fingers into the glass and gripping it. And when Alex Martinez made that goal, I leaped up and I had my hands were red.
Right, because you've been hanging on.
So there's nothing like it in terms of intensity.
Yeah.
And you can't believe the other thing you can't tell on TV. The speed.
Yeah.
And McDavid, by the way, if you're somebody that plays video games, McDavid's like that guy in a video game that is like Bo Jackson, that's faster than everyone
right.
else. So you kind of, Luke, you can't really.
You almost think he's a glitch.
Right. Like Drew Doughty is one of the best defensemen, arguably, that the Kings have ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's not one, he's two. And even Doughty, as good as he is, can't stay with McDavid. Nobody can. So you've got to almost guard him as a team, right?
You really got to play angles. It's all about angles with this guy. He is the fastest player in the NHL, and he's the fastest with the puck, which is amazing.
He's as fast with the puck as most guys are without it.
It's incredible to watch him play. So you definitely, it's a whole team thing. If you think one guy's going to check him, it's not going to happen.
Right. Okay, check me on this. Connor McDavid, 100 points in 7 of his last 10 seasons, 5 seasons in a row, 100 points. He really is a dominating force, and I just wanted to show off that I had those numbers in my head.
Yeah, very nice, impressive.
Thank you. Thank you. I looked all that up, Luke. I looked it all up, so I double-checked it. Yeah, exactly.
Luke, is there a little bit of a Gretzky-Messier thing going on between McDavid and Draisaitl in that you worry so much about McDavid that it benefits Draisaitl because your defense is, you always got to know where McDavid is, and all of a sudden here comes Draisaitl and he's got a hat trick.
He's really good at getting open on the ice, especially when they play together. Some shift they don't play together, but when they do, they seem to find themselves on the ice like quite easily. So you really got to be aware of both guys. One guy just keeps the puck way longer and skates with it. The other guy is one of the best shooters in the game, so we got to be aware of both those guys.
All right, so caller number 7 right now. Pair of tickets for tonight, Game 1 at Crypto, Lakers, Edmonton.
No, not Lakers.
Oh, Lakers. Yeah,
Lakers.
see what time it is.
Jeez, what's going on? If you want to go to the Laker game, go on Tuesday.
Yeah,
it's tomorrow night.
877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. I can't be there tonight. I will be there on Wednesday. Now, wait, we've got 2 sides for you. We've got this one, and we've got this one. Can we
first one was the Lakers.
Exactly. That's Scooby-Doo. That's the Scooby-Doo there. Hey, Luke, it's awesome seeing you, man. Thanks so much for coming
the
in.
tickets, and good luck tonight.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right, great seeing
tonight,
you guys.
Go Kings, go!
Go Kings, go is right. There's some Bob Miller.
Go, Kings, go.
Bye, Luke. Have
Game
fun
1
tonight.
is tonight. And by the way, you'll hear it on our ESPN LA app. Make sure you do that. Crystal clear digital audio. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and for the 4th consecutive season, the Los Angeles Kings meet the Edmonton Oilers in round 1. Long shot, tip wide, loose puck, they score! Warren Foegele back in Alberta. He gives the Kings a 1-0 lead less than 3 minutes into the game. And Foegele hands it to Moore. Centering pass, Gavrikov shoots and scores! Here they come in a 2-on-1. Kopitar to the right circle. A shot. They score. Kempe on the 2-on-1 with Kopitar. And nearing the midway point of the 3rd, it is 5-0 LA. Final few seconds tick off the clock. And here in Edmonton tonight, the Kings clinch home ice in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs with a commanding 5-0 win over their first round opponents, the Edmonton Oilers. It's the Kings and the Oilers in Game 1. Coverage begins at 6:30 right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
NextGen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, NextGen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from NextGen. Call 833-3NEXTGEN today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Pizza City Fest returns to Los Angeles at LA Live on Saturday, April 26th and Sunday, April 27th. The festival offers a stellar lineup of Southern California's best pizza makers in one location, giving fans the unique opportunity to taste, see live demos, and attend panel discussions with culinary experts over 2 days at LA Live. Get more info and buy tickets now at LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA. Once again, that's LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, Joe Q. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Thank you very much to Luc Robitaille for stopping in. Kings Oilers tonight at Crypto.com Arena. Do we have that message from Bob Miller? We didn't play that message from Bob, the legendary Hall of Fame voice of the Los Angeles Kings. His message for the Kings and Kings fans as we get ready to start the playoffs tonight.
Hi, Kings fans. Well, here we are again in the playoffs, and it's an exciting time of the year, and we're counting on you to push this team toward victory in these playoff games. Not every game may be the way you want it to go, but the Kings rely on you for that extra push. And they all mentioned that in the interviews after the game, how important it is, the fan support at Crypto.com Arena that helps them through these games. So we're relying on you to cheer them on to victory here at this most important time of the season. So get together, everybody, get on your feet, and let's hear a go, Kings, go! Go, Kings, go! And we'll be successful in these playoffs. Go, Kings, go!
They should play that on the Jumbotron tonight. Bob is one of the great announcers of all time. He's 86 years young.
How lucky were we to have Vin, Chick, Bob.
And Dick Enberg. Doing the Angels all at the same time.
Yeah, Angels on this.
I cherished those
They
Bob
did when they had Enberg and Drysdale.
I cherished those Bob Miller awards that I won.
Above your mantle?
They're, you didn't happen to go into my studio at the party, did you? Okay.
Did you put them out at your party?
So Juan, not everybody saw this, but I thought it was really funny. He took 3 Mandys and 4 Bob Miller awards, and then he took little spotlights and put them on each one.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Was so funny.
Is it still set up that
way?
way?
It's still set up that way. I will. I'll take a
that
picture
is
of it.
amazing.
It's really, really
I didn't
funny.
go into that room. I was on the outside drinking or in the smoking area.
I call that
not smoking.
Mom's room.
Mom's room.
Mom was in there. Exactly. All right, so John, there was a little outage, a microphone outage yesterday.
Yeah, so my buddy Spiro Ditas was doing a game yesterday. It was an Eastern Conference game. He had Cleveland-Miami. He was doing the game with Candace Parker.
Yep.
And the announcers' microphones for Spiro and Candace went out. So Dennis Scott, the sideline guy, had a working microphone, and he had to take over play-by-play for 4 or 5 minutes. We cut 45 seconds of it. He did pretty good. Here's what it sounded like.
And right now, fans will have a little technical difficulty. Bear with us as Andrew Wiggins has the ball right now on the wing. Pass to Ware. Back to Wiggins for the 3. Money ball. All right, Donovan Mitchell comes down the right wing. Jared Allen set the screen. Swings it. Garland being patient. Attacks the floater. Misses. Miami Heat with the rebound. Wiggins on the wing. Nice bounce pass to Bam. 2 big ones. The Miami Heat hanging in there at the timeout, 14-10.
Okay.
That was totally good,
yeah,
right?
45 seconds. So here's the question, Greg.
Yep.
Do you think if my microphone was to go out tomorrow night,
right,
but Mace had a working microphone, do you think he could do what Dennis Scott did and take over the play-by-play for a couple of minutes?
So you've done baseball play-by-play.
I've done baseball. Not
I don't
well,
know. I don't
but
know
I've
if
done
you've
it.
done basketball.
All
I think
I've never done basketball
yes, I think
play-by-play.
it'd be better than
Mace,
Dennis Scott.
You can make up any place you want. I'm going to start the clock. You have 45 seconds. This is your audition to fill in if my microphone goes out like Spiro's.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
All right, Mike Conley takes it up the court, swings it to Naz Reid. Anthony Edwards in the corner. Good. LeBron James takes the ball out. LeBron James up the floor, finds Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves DFS at the post. DFS kicks it to the corner. Jared Vanderbilt, no. Jackson Hayes in. Something like that.
Well, that was 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It was not bad at all.
But I would like to actually describe a game instead of inventing the game in my head. There's a game on right now. Like the
here's
Laker
what
game
I
is
liked
on.
about it.
Yeah.
You didn't just give names, you gave locations. You need to give a little more detail.
More detail.
So here you said into the post.
Into the post.
Left post or right post?
Yeah, left post.
Into
right.
the corner. Left corner, right
Right corner, yeah.
Better than Michael.
Yeah.
I love Michael.
Michael's done it. Michael's been okay. I think
That one guy with the guy.
Michael, that's right. He did
Thompson,
that one guy.
That one guy.
Yep.
I can't tell, but that one guy in the corner.
Okay, it'll be there. Yeah, no. So we'll have a real game to call.
You'll call when it comes up on the screen here. You can call it for 45
Okay, I will call it for 45 seconds.
I actually thought you were completely usable there.
Yeah, well, especially since I'm inventing plays in my head while I'm also inventing words to describe the imaginary plays. That to me is tougher.
So, and here's another tip for you.
Yeah.
When you can't think of anything to say,
Yep.
just say "boom goes the dynamite."
Boom goes the dynamite.
Matter of fact, Brian, see if you can
How
find.
do you like that one?
You won't find it on the spot. But back when we did the third chair, when the Lakers were bad, we did they were bad for about 6 years. We did the third chair where we'd bring a famous person in the second quarter to sit in with Michael and I. And one time we brought in Justin Bieber. He was at the game, and I said, "Okay, Justin, do you think you could do what I do?" And he goes, "I don't know. Let me try." I go, "Ready, go." And I had Justin Bieber call the game for maybe 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
And all he did was he kept repeating, "Boom goes the dynamite."
Boom goes the
'Cause remember
dynamite.
that clip had gone viral
that guy was the best.
of some young guy in some small market, and every play was boom goes
So
the
that
dynamite.
young
Good for
guy,
him.
he was sitting there. He was saying he was nervous, like fumbling over his words, and at the end, he just really nailed "boom goes the dynamite." It was perfect. See, you need something to say whenever there's a shot. When a 3-point is made, you can't say "boom goes the
What
dynamite."
about? I got
cash.
one. How about bang? No.
Bang.
Done.
What did Dennis
Double
Scott
bang?
say? He said Moneyball.
Moneyball.
Yeah, Moneyball. That's a good one.
I like
Cash.
Cash.
Yeah.
How about
Doesn't Billy
splash?
Mack?
Ducats.
Billy Mack uses cash.
Does he
right?
use cash?
Does
Yeah,
he
I
use
think so.
cash?
By the way, if the Lakers don't get their act together, Billy Mack and Stu only have 2 games left.
Oh.
That's why the Lakers got to keep winning.
For
Give-
Billy Mack and Stu.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it for Billy
it for
Mack
Billy
and
and
Stu.
Stu.
Hey, why don't we bring back the third chair next year? Why did we
Well,
stop?
It stopped because the Lakers got good.
No, so you don't want
Yeah.
anybody else talking.
Right.
Well,
no,
no, but
you don't want to take away from the game. Back then we had to because the team was so bad. By the second quarter, they'd be down 30.
But if you got guys like Justin Bieber, what if there's like Mookie's at almost every game in the offseason, especially early on? If you get Mookie to come up and be a third chair, that'd be great.
The feedback we got from it was people liked it.
Yeah.
But when they got good, people were disappointed we weren't actually describing the game. When
right.
they were bad, nobody cared.
Right.
Sure, but if it's like the second or
I'll
third
do
quarter,
the third chair. I'll do the third. Oh, fine. I'll do it. You
Do it
twisted
tonight-
my arm.
Do it tomorrow night. Let him do
Doing
it tomorrow
night. I'm doing the third
My
chair.
favorite
tomorrow
third
night.
chair of all time, Mace, you could guess. You want to take one shot?
Kate Beckinsale.
Close.
Oh.
What's my favorite show of
Kim
all time?
Kardashian.
Oh, Allison Janney.
Yep.
Allison Janney
did the third chair.
Did she really?
Jay Craig did the third
that's
chair.
cool.
She could not have been nicer.
Yeah.
Jack Black, who was at the game the other night, did the third chair.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
in
how
Kaylee-
was that? Because he must have been hilarious.
He was awesome. Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory, which
Very
Michael
nice.
loves. Matter of fact, we had everybody from the Big Bang Theory except Johnny Galecki. We had. Oh wait, you found Justin Bieber?
Oh,
All
I found Justin Bieber.
How long is it?
It's quite a bit, but we're not going
All
to
right,
do
just
all the whole
play like
yeah.
the first minute. False alarm.
Okay.
No, he has it. I sent
we
it.
got it. Here we go.
Got it up top. Oh, a legal pick. They called Blake. Or I was gonna say that. It was a legal pick.
Meta World Peace.
Meta
on the
World
pick.
Peace.
All right,
had an illegal pick there.
Now you've tried almost everything with a microphone in your life.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried this?
No, this is my first time, so I'm a little nervous. I perform for thousands of people, and I don't get nervous, but I'm nervous right now.
Okay, well, take your turn. Now, you can call the play when it's Matt Bonner inbounds the ball to Tony Parker. Take it over, but just take your time. Don't try to be too quick. Just take your time and give the folks a description of what's going on.
I give the ball to Parker. Parker's going down the court. Gives it over to Tim Duncan. It seems like there's a call.
A foul on Ramon Sessions.
On to number 7.
Ramon Sessions fouling Tony Parker, rubbing off the screen. And be side out of bounds for the San Antonio Spurs.
See, this is harder than it looks.
Oh, it's easy.
You're doing great.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
Take
try
over.
one more play. Tim
All right,
Duncan at top of the key.
Yep, Tim Duncan. No, this is Parker. Parker gives it back to Duncan. Duncan's got it on the side. Gives it back. Oh.
Layup to Steven
and
Jackson.
boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite.
So he could. The thing is, he didn't talk enough.
No, he was just waiting to be able to say, "Boom goes the dynamite."
Right.
He
I would argue you did better than he did.
Oh, you did much better
yeah.
than he
Well, I hope so.
No, you did.
He talks so
he has
little.
more money than you.
He does.
But you did better than
and he has
did.
more hits for sure.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
How about that?
He was at that game at the time he was dating and was at that game with Selena Gomez.
Oh, wow.
So she was hanging out up
Yeah.
there too.
He talks so little that Michael Thompson was able to actually talk. For a
Yeah,
little
Michael
while.
Thompson actually got words in, which is
In
amazing.
between the chips. It
Hey,
was
it's
great.
a Michelob Ultra reaction Monday, reacting to the Lakers Game 1 as they look to bounce back at home tomorrow night. Michelob Ultra, refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It is only worth it if you enjoy it. Please enjoy responsibly. I love my car. Drove out to the desert this weekend, saw mom and stepdad Leo. I drive a Hyundai Elantra. The moment I started working with the Southern California Hyundai dealers, I'm like, I'm all in on this. And I test drove all their vehicles. So I tried the Sonata, super stylish, really cool, high tech. Tried the Ioniq 6. If you want to go EV, this is perfect. If you want to go SUV, go Santa Fe. I'm telling you, next level tech and safety features with Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include available class-exclusive digital key, available remote smart parking assist, and because they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you also get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles and 10 years of America's best warranty. In a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call Abner answers. He says, hello. Your claim is our game. AbnerGat.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I mean, would you rather have good life or sex? Good sex. Good life, good sex.
Well, I got both.
There you go. That's
good
the correct
for you,
answer.
Johnny I.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
This was the heart of my DJ days at 93 QWRQN. This record went to number 1 in 92, I think it is. You know who wrote it, right?
Prince. And he also wrote, this is one of several hit songs he wrote for other people. He wrote I Feel For You by Chaka Khan. He wrote The Glamorous Life for Sheila E.
Yeah.
He wrote Sugar Walls for Sheena Easton.
Yes.
Manic Monday for the Bengals.
Manic
you know
Monday,
he wrote that
that's
one?
another good one, yeah.
I don't even know who this is.
Sinead O'Connor?
Do you know who Sinead O'Connor is?
I know who Sinead O'Connor. She's the one that she shaved her head.
No
She's
longer
like
with
the first
us,
one.
right?
No longer with us, passed away. She, of course, famously, weirdly, tore a picture of the Pope up while she was on Saturday Night Live. The Pope has passed away. This was a different Pope. I think that was a picture of JP2 that she tore, and now we've lost Pope Francis. Hail
That's the one you
well
like,
met.
right?
I like Pope Francis.
Here's the amazing thing.
He's a great guy.
He did an Easter blessing
Yesterday, I know.
And
He
met
did?
with J.D. Vance, the vice president, before the blessing, and then today he died. So
Connection?
No, but weird that normally you're bedridden and you can't get up.
Of course.
And this guy was fine
Yeah,
yesterday,
he did.
and then today he lost.
Because remember, he was in the hospital for a really long time, and they didn't think he was going to make it. Then he finally gets out. He finally makes it. He finally does Easter Mass, and then he goes. So God bless him. Hail fellow, well met. Great Pope. On the Pope, Mount Rushmore of popes.
So what is your Mount Rushmore of popes?
Well, I got to go Pius,
Pius.
JP1,
Great Pope.
JP2, Francis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. Did you see the TV show Conclave?
Yeah, the
About how-
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes, John Lithgow,
Is that
Stan
worth watching?
Tucci. Oh, yeah, it's really
Because
good.
it's about how they picked the new pope,
It's
right?
so weird.
Like, it's happening in real life
Right.
now.
They are now going to have a conclave. Yeah, it's a good time to go back and watch that movie. It has a weird twist in it, but it's definitely takes you into the process. One of the things I love about that movie is that when they made the movie, it's all these cardinals in one big room, and they're all wearing big hats and heavy suits and all that stuff. And there's one guy that's vaping through the entire conclave. And apparently what happened was the director, a guy named Edward Berger, they went to he called cut, and immediately one of the actors went to the vape and started hitting the vape between scenes. And he said, no, you know what? I think probably there would be a cardinal who vaped during the conclave. So he vaped the entire time, and it's actually just a weird little wrinkle. By the way, Brian found, did you ever hear Prince's version of Nothing Compares to You?
Yeah.
I'm like a bird without a song.
There's some great versions of this song. Chris Cornell has an unbelievable
his
acoustic version of this.
I Feel For You is good. Chaka Khan's is better.
Oh, yeah, Chaka Khan's. Sinead O'Connor's is amazing.
Right, better than his version.
Yeah.
But Prince was a phenomenally talented guy.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, nobody told me the thing that was going to happen last night that happened that I didn't know was going to happen, and everybody else did, and now I'm shocked. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you're talking about that show with that
The
Emily
Last of
watches.
Us?
Yeah. I heard it's a major spoiler.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I just...
It's already all out there, though.
Apparently, everybody knew
I
it
don't
was
know
going to
any of it.
happen. Did
I
you
don't
play
watch-
the game?
I
watch
played the
this
game.
show.
The game's like 4 years old, so like
Yeah.
the storyline's
But I
already
had
out
no
there.
idea. I don't play the game and never played the game, so I have no idea stuff's coming. But apparently, people knew it was coming. It was going to happen, and I didn't know it was going to. So I was just like stunned.
I knew it was going to happen. Like I was expecting it, and it was still very great. Though. It was great.
We don't want to spoil
so
it.
Brian, the first season was very much like shot for shot. Is this second season also kind of shot for shot from the game? Last of Us 2?
I would say like it's about at least like 80% the same situations, the same dialogue. Even some of the stuff is verbatim.
I didn't play
Very
that
good.
one, but I need to watch the first 2 episodes.
Oh,
so
yeah,
don't say
it's
anything.
really good. All right, hey, kickoff draft day at Legends Attic in Claremont with Travis and DeMarco this Thursday from 9 a.m. to noon. They're broadcasting live with Rams legend and Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce. You get your chance to win signed memorabilia, trading cards, Legends Attic gear, and baseball tickets. For more information, visit legendsattic.com. Coming up next for you.
What's up, Foo?
Brian's got stuff, Laura's got stuff, and we will do it coming up next. In the meantime, let me tell you about my friend Jacob Imrani. If you are injured in an auto accident of any kind, you're probably wondering, what are some of the reasons I should call Jacob? Well, first of all, you're getting somebody who's been handling cases since the 90s. Maybe simplest answer, Jacob and his team, they're going to hold your hand throughout the entire process. Jacob is going to handle everything, from the phone calls for the rental car to getting your car fixed to finding you a doctor in your area. They're going to deal with the insurance company on your behalf. He can immediately get you the medical attention that you deserve, and with nearly 3 decades of experience, he's got the reputation, got the clout to get you the compensation that you deserve. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. Jacob, proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram and Facebook for prizes, insight, and more. That's at call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
You know, Cappy did not want to order what I ordered because he didn't want to order the same thing. I'm like, we're not sharing meals. Like, what do you care?
But you know what? Here's the thing. So I really wanted the chicken piccata, but George ordered first. Here's what we should have done. You ready?
He's not your date.
Yeah, no, he was my date. 100. We were holding hands walking in. Yes, he was my date.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Roofs. Terms and conditions apply.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys, I'm going to take this one. Cool. So in 1962, Seattle's Space Needle restaurant opened up in the Seattle's World's Fair. So I've been to the Space Needle, it's gorgeous. I know New York has the Empire State Building. Chicago has the Sears Building. Well, I know it's called Willis now, but the Sears Tower.
Yeah.
And, St. Louis has the Arcs.
Okay.
For LA, what is our iconic building?
Probably Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, Dodger Stadium is right there.
Hollywood Bowl.
Hollywood Bowl is like the quintessential LA experience.
I mean, when they show LA, they always show the Santa Monica Pier.
And they always show the Hollywood sign.
And they always show the Hollywood sign.
But it's not like
Griffith
an actual
Observatory
building,
is
right?
a building.
No, but if
Like
you're
in
asking
downtown.
what is an identifying mark in Los
Yes.
Angeles, it's the Hollywood sign.
Think
they
so?
show it
We
all
don't
the
have
time.
we don't have the skyscraper that you're looking for.
We don't. But people always say that LA has a better, skyline than like New York and Chicago.
No,
I
it
get,
doesn't.
I don't
I
think
don't know
so.
anybody who says that.
Oh,
Who says that?
When
Tell them they're wrong.
I
New
know,
York?
but I get called out because I say that I prefer New York or Chicago skyline 100% than LA.
Who is calling you out?
My friends,
Oh.
because they're like, dude, you're an LA girl. You should say, and I was like, just because I'm from LA doesn't mean I gotta lie.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't have the skyline that those cities
I don't know
have.
anybody who would say that.
Yeah, I mean, your
I
friends
love
are,
Chicago's skyline.
Yeah, Chicago's got, and New York, nothing tops New York. So yeah,
I
but
went to the airport today to sign up for TSA pre.
Yeah.
And a guy recognized me, and I said, "Where are you going?" And he goes, "I'm going to Chicago." And I'll tell you guys what I told him. Did I tell you to go on the architectural boat tour?
I love that tour. You told me to go at night, and I took your advice. I love
It
it.
is so great.
What is it?
Sounds nerdy, but it's not.
No, it's great.
It takes off from like 7 different parts of the city. The
Mm-hmm.
Chicago River winds through the city.
Right.
And you get on this boat. If you ever seen the movie My Best Friend's Wedding,
Yeah, sure.
That's the boat they're on.
Okay,
he sings
yeah,
The
where
Way
they're-
You Look Tonight, when
Yeah.
he sings the tour. It tours, and you get the whole history of the city. It takes an hour, that's it, and it's 100% worth doing. I think it costs $30. I've done it 4 times. It's unbelievable.
And every time you do it, so I did it during the day. It was great. It was about $30. I will say when you do it at night, do it in the summer because
it
it's
gets
cold.
cold.
Oh,
It gets
yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really cold. But every time you go, there is a new building. Like Chicago's known for that, for adding to their skyline. So every time you go on that tour, you're gonna get something newer in that tour. It's so
okay.
cool.
Good rec.
What's up, fool?
Hey, Dad? You want to have a catch?
Want to have a catch?
Play catch.
No one
It's
has
the
a
question
catch.
that
Play.
I
No.
asked
Play.
my
Greg is
dad
100%
so many
right.
times
Play
when I
catch.
was growing up. Dad, can we have a catch?
You never use that word.
Always
Play.
phrased it
Play.
that way.
It's play.
Play.
Yeah.
Have a catch.
Play
Let's
catch.
play
Play
catch.
catch.
Let's
No,
play catch.
well, that's fine. But I'm telling you, in my life, it was let's have a catch.
That was
I think
wrong.
this is
Dad,
the
do you
only
wanna
time
have
I've
a
ever
catch?
heard the term have a catch.
No,
Brian, me too.
No, have a catch is like a real thing. Do you guys really think everybody does it your way?
Yes.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, maybe it's my part of the country, Maybe
Yes.
the Midwest, we said have a catch.
And that's wrong.
But have a catch was what we did, and I agree with Field of Dreams, the movie.
Yep. 36 years ago today actually was released, Field of Dreams. To me, one of my favorite baseball movies. It's up there, top 3 with like Major League. Do you think it has that kind of, does it hold up for you, or has it kind of become, I've heard a lot of people say it's become a little cheesy these days.
It is corny,
It is corny.
it's kind of a
a
good kind
cornfield.
of corny. I would rank it, though, below The Natural, below Bad News Bears,
Correct.
below Bull Durham.
100%.
I would say that it's on the list of good baseball movies, but it's not my top 3.
Yeah, it's tied for one. To me, there are two kinds of baseball movies. There are ones that are really baseball-y, and then there are ones that capture sort of what goes along with baseball, the life and the pastime and all that stuff. I think Field of Dreams does an amazing job at that. I think Bull Durham, having worked in the minor leagues, that is minor league baseball. That is what minor league baseball is. If I'm not mistaken, Field of Dreams is the only baseball movie to ever be nominated for Best Picture. Very few sports movies have been nominated for Best Picture. Rocky
won.
Rocky won.
Yeah, Rocky was victorious. It won the Oscar. For
Oh,
Best
it won
Picture.
Best Picture.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that is Chariots of Fire a
Chariots of Fire
sports
won.
movie?
Sure, that's a Olympics movie, so that counts.
Okay,
that was
those are the
81.
only two to ever sports movies ever to win Best Picture.
Only ones I can
I'll
think
Google
of.
it. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's the list.
I'm totally with Ireland, though. It's Bull Durham is one of the best ones ever. The Natural is probably my favorite baseball movie of all time.
Why?
Because I just love that movie. Roy Hobbs, everything that he does, it's just a really fun movie the whole way through.
Yeah. By the way,
there have been 17 sports movies nominated
I'm looking
for
at it
Best
now.
Picture.
Moneyball would be better.
Moneyball's
to me.
there.
Great
movie.
$1 Million Baby, which is really hard.
King Richard, Blindside.
Blindside.
Breaking Away, did it win?
No, it's nominated though.
I think that the only
Seabiscuit, The
Summer
Hustler.
Catch. I'm kidding.
Seabiscuit was very good.
Breaking Away was nominated. Yeah, so Heaven Can Wait's a really good example.
Fever Pitch was great when Drew Barrymore got smacked in the face with the
Oh,
ball.
that's great.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
it,
very
mate. Only two have won.
Only two have won.
Rocky and Chariots of Fire.
There you go.
And the second part of that question is, how
But and $1 Million Baby won also. But if you want to call that a sports movie,
Yeah, I mean,
the last couple of years they've actually been having like the real Field of Dreams where they've been having games.
That's cool.
Are they? They're not doing that
I
this year?
believe they are doing
Are
it this
they?
year still. But is there any interest to actually go to that, or is it kind of
Once. I think it would be really cool to go to once.
don't they have a Major League Baseball game there every year
that's
now?
what I'm
last
saying, yeah.
2-3 years they've done it?
Yeah, that would be fun to go to one time just to sit in and
Could
be a
you
part of that.
imagine being at the Field of Dreams and saying to your dad, "Dad, do you want to have a catch?"
No.
Dad.
No.
Honestly, I got choked up a
I
little
honestly-
bit even describing that.
I honestly think that there was an error in the script.
There
and
wasn't.
They just didn't go. And they
I
just
read.
went over
I
it.
read the book, and the book uses
Again,
have a
editor
catch.
just missed it.
Editor missed it. Made a mistake.
Could have been. All right, guys. So it's National Kindergarten Day.
Hey.
And I wanted to know, do you guys still remember your kindergarten teacher's name?
Mrs. Cates.
Wow, that was
Just
quick.
like Mark Cates.
Oh, look at that.
Could have been a direct descendant of Mrs. Cates. That was my kindergarten teacher. She's
You have
great.
a good memory.
Yeah, she's great.
The Cates grew up in Woodland Hills-ish area, so they
Yeah,
maybe
probably
don't-
not.
I remember my kindergarten teacher was Mrs. Brazeau. She was a wonderful lady. Every week we would write, trying to scribble out a poem and then make artwork to go around it. And I had them all stashed away, and then my mom just threw them out. I would love to see what they look like now. But Mrs. Brazeau, an unbelievably influential teacher for me. She sparked some creativity and stuff, which is something.
The earliest I remember is my first grade teacher was Mrs. Wyants at Chaparral Elementary School. That's
Mm-hmm.
as far as I can go back.
You don't remember kindergarten at all?
Not in the slightest. Nothing about it at all. I went to Kirk of the Valley. If that's as far as I can go back.
My friend couldn't remember either. I asked
Yeah.
her today. That's how the question even came about. She's like, dude,
No
who? She's like, we're 30-something. I'm not going to remember. And I'm like,
I'd like to find Mrs. Brazeau. She's gone.
Yeah, I think most of our teachers are probably
she's got to be
moved
gone,
on in
gone
life.
by now.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Barbara Brazeau. Yeah,
Rainbow
she
Bridge.
did. She passed away in 2024. So
oh,
yeah.
recent.
Yeah, recent.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah.
I always think you should have looked her up. Should have looked her up and said, "Hey, you had a big impact."
Is there a teacher that you would have besides her, like in high school or something?
I do talk to my high school English/drama teacher on Facebook. She's on Facebook, so I see her all the time. And I've talked to her many times and told her how influential she was in my life. But yeah, no, teachers. I mean, I think of the teachers I had. Miss Baden, Mrs. Brazeau, Miss Kesson, all these teachers, Mrs. Leininger that I had growing up. They played such an important role in making me who I am.
So, Laura, you weren't working with our show yet, but one of the coolest things, kind of perks from doing this show, was one day I was talking about a teacher I had in high school that made a huge impact on me, a guy named Mike Marino. He was a psychology teacher at Corona Del Mar High. And somebody after the show sent me a note on Twitter saying he's still teaching. He's in Costa Mesa. Here's his number.
Really?
And I called him, and I said, "You want to come to a Laker game?" And him and his daughter came to a Laker game. I got to catch up with him for 45 minutes. It was super cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Really
That's
cool.
a great story.
Yeah.
Nice job, John.
What's up, Foo?
I got another one here for you guys. So TNT has been carrying some of the NHL playoff games, as Luc Robitaille was in here earlier for Game 1 tonight. Question that come up is TNT they're getting kind of some heat now because they remote broadcasted Game 1 of the playoffs, and a lot of people were saying
So the announcers weren't at the
right,
game?
they were at the
Okay.
studios in Atlanta, so they were saying, this is okay for regular season, that's fine, you kind of get by. But do you agree that playoff time, you have to be there to capture the real atmosphere?
Well, especially at a network. Like, the Toronto Raptors don't travel their announcers. When they during the
At all?
No, during the pandemic, none of us traveled. Like I did
Right,
all the
right.
games from the studio we're sitting in now with
Sure.
Mike.
We had TVs set up here and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But once COVID restrictions were lifted, everybody went back except for the Raptors. They do all their games from a studio. But even they, when the postseason starts, if the Raptors are in the postseason, they travel those guys.
Right.
I think for a playoff game, you have to be there. It actually surprises me that TNT did that. But, Mace, you told me that's what the Olympics do now more than not.
Olympics do it all the time. When I did the China games, we all did them from New York. I mean,
Right.
Beijing games, that's, to me, though, it's really, I can't believe they wouldn't travel announcers to an NBA playoff game.
NHL in this
Or
case.
an NHL playoff
Yeah.
game. It just doesn't make any sense. Because you can't, I mean, as much as, I love what everybody did when they were in remote studios and all that stuff, you cannot capture what it sounds like for an announcer to be, particularly at an NHL game, that emotion and that feeling and that vibe. I just don't think you can get it from some remote studio.
It's the way the business is going now. Any way people can save money, they will try to save money. And so that may be a wave of the future. We may be, 20 years from now, everybody might be doing it remotely. We don't know.
Could you hear it, Brian? Did you listen to it, the broadcast? Did you watch it?
I listened to a clip that they had on Twitter, but
Did it sound like any
I'm sure
different
you
than a
can't
regular
tell.
game? If
there's
you
not too
can't
much-
tell,
they still have the crowd noise there, so it's not
That's
like they're
piped in,
just
yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. So you
Nat
still
sound?
have a little bit of that. Yes.
Yeah.
But I guess there's people say they lack the excitement of not being there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, there you have it. There is your What's Up, Fool. You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Coming up next for you, what do the Lakers need to do different tomorrow? By the way, the answer
lot.
is everything.
Yeah.
Everything different tomorrow night in Game 2 against the Timberwolves. And you will not believe what a brand new USC pass rusher is eating every day. Got that coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and for the fourth consecutive season, the Los Angeles Kings meet the Edmonton Oilers in round one. Long shot, tipped wide, loose puck, they score! Warren Foegele back in Alberta. He gives the Kings a 1-0 lead less than 3 minutes into the game. And Foegele hands it to Moore. Centering pass, Gavrikov shoots and scores! Here they come in a 2-on-1. Kopitar to the right circle. A shot, they score! Kempe on the 2-on-1 with Kopitar. And nearing the midway point of the third, it is 5-0 LA. Final few seconds tick off the clock. And here in Edmonton tonight, the Kings clinch home ice in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs with a commanding 5-0 win over their first round opponents, the Edmonton Oilers. It's the Kings and the Oilers in Game 1. Coverage begins at 6:30 right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Is it time to sell your home? Maybe you want to downsize. Maybe you want to move. Or maybe you inherited a home that you just don't want to hang on to. Whatever your reasons to sell, call Sellers Advantage. Sellers Advantage has been buying homes for decades. Their seller reviews speak for themselves. They're just people who buy from people, and they'll provide you a custom solution that works for your needs. They offer and will buy with cash, and they close in days. The great part is you don't have to worry about spending any money on repairs, preparing your home to be shown, or having people come in and out. And there are no agents, just a great offer and an easy experience that will give you the peace of mind so that you can walk away happy. So if it's time to sell your home, call Sellers Advantage for a free, no obligation offer today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
In the 2025 draft, Legends Attic selects Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce.
Hey, it's Travis. Let's kick off draft day at Legends Attic in Claremont this Thursday, April 24th from 9 a.m. until 12 noon as we broadcast live with Rams legend and Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce. You'll have the opportunity to win signed memorabilia, trading cards, Legends Attic gear, and Angels tickets. For more information and to purchase your tickets to meet Isaac Bruce, visit legendsattic.com. We'll see you on Thursday, April 24th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Mason, Ireland, on 710 ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani and I have something in common.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't believe it.
We do.
Does he call in sick a lot?
No.
Okay.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
I'm supposed to go to the DMV at some point and get a real ID. Apparently, they're getting serious about real IDs now. So, I don't have one. Do you have a star on your license?
I do.
You did? Did you have to go to the DMV to do it?
I did.
The deadline's like May the 9th, I think.
I heard
I
they
will check.
extended it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I will confirm. And they also have extended
After the fires,
hours.
I heard they extended both tax day and the real ID deadline.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know if
Because
that's
I've got
accurate.
a passport to get on a plane in the meantime. Although my passport expires in 30 days. So
it's funny you should bring this up. I just looked into this today because I was over getting my TSA pre.
Right.
My passport expires in 1 year. You can get one in 3 days.
Can
if
you?
You're willing
Okay.
to pay for
Yeah.
it. You got to go to the federal building, but you can do it.
So I labored, Bergman.
Yep.
Over choosing a tattoo artist.
As you should.
I went through many.
Is this one going to be different than the one that did your last
Yes,
ones?
yes.
Okay.
That place doesn't exist anymore. That place at the end of the street.
Okay.
So I decided on a woman named Kristen Blade.
Okay.
And I'm guessing
No
that's
way
probably
that's
not
a real
her real
name.
name.
Yeah,
right?
I was just gonna say.
Kristen Blade, is that her
That
tattoo
sounds
artist
like
name?
a tattoo artist
Yeah.
name made up.
But I went through a bunch of them, and then it came down to two, and I was like looking for something in the portfolio. How did you pick your tattoo artist?
So yeah, you look through their portfolios, and if you like their style, if they like their line work, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you have to actually pay attention to what you want and how they do in that specific thing.
What she said is, you're not looking for one tattoo; you're looking for six, which
Right.
is technically true. I'm looking at 6 dog paws, so it's 6 different tattoes. They're identical. They're going to be
So do
identical.
you have to pay for 6 tattoos?
Probably, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Well, they'll probably put it all together, but if it's all in one sitting, right? You're not doing 6 different
No,
sittings.
I'm doing one sitting tonight till
but
till
idea,
closing.
The idea behind looking for a tattoo artist is to use that artist multiple times, to keep
Yeah.
going back to the same one so
Right.
they start to get to know you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the illustrated man when this is over. It's
You
just
should
my
do
second
that,
tattoo.
though.
I'm not going
Full
to. I'm not
sleeves,
going to go full sleeve.
full leg
You're going
tats.
like Birdman?
Will not go.
Up to your neck.
Will not go full sleeves.
Neck tattoo. Come on, let's
Neck
see
tattoo.
it.
Teardrop. How about a teardrop?
kiss.
The kiss, like Kenyon Martin.
Oh, that's
Yep.
good. Yeah. Yeah. No. No on
Make it
all
bright.
of those.
Make it bright
What
red.
does Mike Tyson have on his face?
It's a tribal tattoo.
Yeah, a tribal tattoo.
Let's see you do that.
Yeah, not going to do that. Not going to do face, neck.
That's probably a bad idea for him.
No, not going to do. I don't understand the face tattoo thing at all.
Nothing above the neck.
Yeah.
Everything.
Is that the rule?
Collarbone down.
So, John, the Lakers were so outplayed by Minnesota on Saturday night. I was a little shocked. I mean, I think I talked myself into a comfortable series and ignored the fact that Minnesota had won 18 of their last 22. That probably eluded me a little bit. So much went wrong. They did not defend. In fact, so many of those looks were open. They doubled and shaded Anthony Edwards as he went into the paint. He had wide open shooters to kick out to and did that repeatedly. The other thing is Chris Finch and Minnesota decided to not double anybody. So I don't understand why Luka, LeBron, why they weren't able to come up with more scoring.
Well,
given the fact, Luka had a great first quarter.
37 points.
So let me ask you about that. First quarter was Luka,
right?
A lot of Luka, and he didn't involve everybody. I thought there was trouble. What happened in the first quarter covered a larger problem. Luka did a bunch of scoring in the first quarter, but he didn't get anybody else involved. And when all was said and done, they had very few assists, way under their season average, and Luka way under his season average. I think he had just 1 assist. So not creating shots for other guys. What went wrong offensively?
I don't think they played with very much movement. In other words, when Luka was dribbling around and hitting open shots, nobody else was moving.
Right.
The way I know that is you look at the fast break points, and it was Timberwolves 25, Lakers 6.
Yep.
When you do that, and by the way, points in the paint, Minnesota
44-32.
Yeah. Every statistical category,
Rebounding, 44-38, Minnesota.
was dominated by Minnesota, and the reason is they played harder.
Yeah.
JJ said after the game the Lakers didn't play with enough physicality.
Yep.
Well, that's playoff basketball. The physicality goes up in the postseason. So they've got to do that tomorrow night. Now, there's a chance, for all the reasons you outlined, that Minnesota is just super underrated and they're going to run through the West. I don't think that's the case.
Right.
But if they win tomorrow night, you got to start paying attention to the fact that they won 21 of their last 24 games. I would let Anthony Edwards go off.
Yep.
Like, just guard him with one guy. Put Jared Vanderbilt or Dorian Finney-Smith on him and just say, do the best you can, but do not leave the shooters. Do not leave Naz Reid. Do not leave Jaden McDaniels. If you want to cheat off a Gobert, you can. Just don't leave him right next to the rim. But I think they have to attack the ball on defense. And knowing this coaching staff, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're not going to give up. Like, if you're joining us late, I mentioned this in the early crosstalk. Minnesota, this is a stat I don't think I've ever seen. Minnesota was 21 of 42 from three, 50%. Now, that happens. Occasionally, a team will get hot.
Yep.
They'll shoot 50% from three. But when you look at those 42 attempts, 27 of them were classified as wide open.
Yep.
And 15 were classified as open. None were classified as tight defense or very tight defense. Yep. They gave them 42 open threes. Think about that. 42 open threes. Now, I know it's by design. I know their attitude was they looked at Minnesota. They said, not a great three-point shooting team. Let's pack the paint and dare them to beat us from the outside. Now that they've done it, you can't do that again.
No.
You got to go out and get them.
And that's what they've done all year long is they've asked all the other guys, not the main stars, to hit the three-point shots. They got punched in the face in that second quarter, and they just never came out of it. They just never showed that they just let Minnesota run all over them. No physicality, and those shots that you were talking about, Mace, where Luka wasn't getting any assists.
Yes.
He was getting it out to guys. Austin Reeves was not hitting anything.
Austin Reeves
DFS wasn't hitting any shots.
That was a bad game for Austin Reeves.
It was a bad Austin Reeves game. And people talked about it a whole bunch. Austin Reeves is needed to have a good series.
Right. I think the Lakers win the series if 3 of the best 4 players are Lakers, and that was not the case yesterday.
No, it was only one player was good in that game. It was Luka, and everybody else was Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels, and Anthony Edwards. Even Julius Randle was hitting 3-point shots.
All right, so I want to do something. We were talking a little bit earlier. I'm back up to 200 pounds as an adult male human being, and that's
Which is 10 pounds more than you want.
more than I want.
Yeah.
And it's fun to eat, but it's only so much fun. So Gus Cordova is a brand new pass rusher for the USC Trojans. I want you to listen to his description of what he eats and tell me if you could get through one day of this.
It's a pretty normal day of eating as a D1 athlete committed to USC. For reference, this is what I looked like 3 months ago before I started this diet, and this is me pretty recently. First things first, started with the most important meal of the day, breakfast. I had 12 Eggos, 3 bananas, and a protein shake. The move is to put the bananas between the Eggos.
That's the move.
Then I had a pound and a half of sirloin. Then I had strawberries, kiwis, and a whole avocado. I also had 150 grams of white rice. If you're wondering why I got so many carbs, they're so important in your diet. Then I had some grapes, also more carbs, some strawberries, a pound of sirloin, and an egg with some hot sauce. Then my family took me downtown to this place called Abba. It's the #1 Mediterranean restaurant in Austin. I really recommend it. But yeah, I had some chicken skewers and some rice, also with more carbs. Then to finish off my day, I had 5 more Eggos with some fruit and honey on there with some berries.
So 17 Eggos in one day.
17 Eggos. Now, I haven't had an Eggo in a really long time.
I mean, they're good.
I mean,
Pop them in the
it's a great
microwave.
invention. They go in the microwave. They're toaster, right?
Toasted, microwave, whatever you want it. Do you want them softer or you want them harder?
Yeah.
Depends on
Well,
what
that
you're
was
looking
a successful campaign. Let go my Eggo.
Let go my Eggo. Now, could you eat that much one day?
No.
See, I couldn't either, and I'm a big eater with a big appetite. I couldn't eat all that.
If you take out the 2 pounds of meat that he was talking about,
Correct.
That maybe you can get through because a lot of it was fruit.
A lot of
you
fruit.
can get through a lot of fruit,
but a lot of sirloin and a lot of Eggos.
Yeah,
a lot of Eggos.
That's just carbs.
Yeah, it is.
Empty
It is.
calories.
All right, it's true. Coming up next for you, somebody doesn't think there should have been any games played yesterday.
Saw this.
Tell you who that is coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. We don't leave anything to chance. ZipRecruiter is an algorithm that helps you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And I left out the best part. It's free. You can use it right now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. See why 3.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. Just go to that exclusive web address to use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com. Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Well, here we are again, and I got to tell you, Jim, this match has me really concerned.
Here we have a powerful heavyweight, a train, weighing in at 6,000 tons. And this hasty lightweight challenger, a car, at just 1.5 tons?
This does not bode well for the car, or the people in it.
It's no contest. Every day, people are injured or killed trying to beat a train at rail crossings. See tracks, think train.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
I would not. It would not be my scene.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Interesting nugget here, Ireland, about Steven Tyler and Aerosmith. So Steven Tyler, famous for tying all those scarves up around the microphone.
Okay.
Liv Tyler, his daughter, has revealed that the reason he did that during his wild and partying days is that there were pill pockets all over those scarves, so he had benzos and quaaludes and all kinds of stuff in those pill pockets in the scarves, and that's why he went with the scarves in the first place.
I'm not going to get this story exactly right, but when Liv Tyler was born, they told her that another singer was her dad.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, her mom was with, I think it was Todd Rundgren.
Okay.
And as she got older, she started looking at Steven Tyler and knew her mom was friends with him and said, this isn't...
We look too similar.
That's got to be my
Right,
dad.
right.
And so Liv asked her mom about it. She goes, yeah, he's your dad.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I don't think she's always been Liv Tyler. I think she was somebody else until she discovered what was going on.
Right.
The pill pockets make sense, though, because all of his clothes were so tight.
So
Like, where else was he going to put it?
You need some
That
scarves.
was genius.
Exactly. Do you realize that how many teams in the NBA do you think LeBron James has faced in the playoffs? Versus.
All right, so he's been in both conferences.
Yep.
I'm going to say there are 30 teams in the NBA. I am going to say LeBron has faced 17 of them.
Okay. Bergman, what do you think?
I'm going to say, because he faced Miami, so I would say 19.
The answer is 24.
24 of the 30.
The only
Wow.
teams he hasn't faced are the Cavs, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Kings, and the Jazz. Oh, and the Pelicans. Pelicans, Jazz, Kings, Clippers, Lakers, Cavs. So there are 6 of them. Yeah,
or 24.
24, yeah.
I mean, I guess the play-in tournament doesn't count because they played the Pelicans in
I
the
don't-
play-in.
Maybe
No,
they're
that's-
not
yeah,
That
that's
does
counting
not
that.
count. No, don't count that.
Yeah, don't count the play-in.
Can we just get rid of the play-in altogether?
No, the play-in
John,
tournament still
it's
adds some
stupid.
No,
excitement
they
to
just sold it
things.
to
Yeah.
to Amazon for a big
It's not hurting
number.
you.
No, it's not hurting.
By the
It's
way,
just-
we
it's
would have
not
been in the playoffs
necessary.
without the play-in tournament for a couple of years there.
I get it, but at the same time, like if you look at the standings this year, the teams that were in the 9-10 spot were way below the teams that were in the 7-8 spot.
Yes, but again, we got into the playoffs
I
because
get it.
of the play-in
But
tournament.
never,
for a
never
couple
in the
years there.
9-10 spot. I don't think, John.
Wait,
where
you
were
want to
we?
get rid of the play-in or the in-season?
Both.
Oh, the in-season. I know. The in-season's fun.
No, the in-season's
No,
stupid,
the
too.
in-season's fun.
Both of them are stupid.
Just add some
They
revenue.
both make
to the-
money. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all that they care about.
And that, by the way, and that's all the players care about. It all goes into their pie.
Do you like the play-in tournament?
Yeah.
You actually like it,
Well-
even though that you play all those 82 games to get into that 7 or 8 seed, and then a team that has 15 less wins than you beats you in a game, and then they make the playoffs and you don't.
I don't think it's a perfect setup. It's in December, but if you aren't going to move the start of your season later, which I don't think they'll do,
Right.
You need something to talk about before the NFL season ends. And people don't really talk a lot of NBA before that. The in-season tournament, a lot of it's negative. A lot of people don't like it. I know the Lakers weren't crazy about the league mandating they put up a banner.
Right.
It's up there.
But
you can see it.
But I think the play-in tournament or the in-season tournament is harmless.
I do too.
You're adding one game to the year. There's one game. Otherwise, you would have played the rest of those games. It's just a question of structure of schedule. That's the only reason why. And so the play-in tournament, I don't think it's a big deal. It was cool when the Lakers won it. I thought that was super cool.
For the in-season tournament.
Yeah, for the
in-season tournament, fine.
And the play-in
whatever.
tournament, I'm sorry. I understand why you're incentivizing more teams to have a chance.
Right, but those two teams, I just don't like the fact that you can win 15 less games than another team.
Well, Greg,
and get
the
in.
Lakers made it 2 years ago. The Lakers made it to the Western Conference Finals out of the play-in
Right, but
tournament.
weren't they were in the 7th spot already?
Right.
So
They had to win a game
Yeah,
to
they had
earn
to
it.
win one
To
game,
get in,
so they
okay.
would have been in the playoffs no matter what. I don't think have they ever gone from the 9
No,
or
no.
10 into the playoffs?
I don't think
Miami
so. Went one
they
year.
have. They went all the way.
The Lakers never have.
No, right. So
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that. They were always going to be in the playoffs.
So
Dodgers are off today, right?
Yeah, Dodgers off at Chicago Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then they're done with the Cubs, Greg?
Yep, over. That's it. And
For the year, yeah.
And they don't play the
Which is good 'cause
Giants
the Cubs
or the
are good.
Padres for 2 months.
Yeah. Are you using this?
Blue Review. The Blue Review.
Who is that?
With Bergman and team. That's Morales.
That's Morales.
Blue Review. The Blue Review.
That's the theme song of the Blue Review?
We should make it
How's
the
the
theme
Blue
song.
Review going?
It's going very well on from 8:30 to 8:55 every day on the ESPN.
Is there a YouTube component?
It is on YouTube.
Do you have the same co-pilot every day, or do you mix it up?
So we do add some people. So Marcus Grant is with me every single day. Parker Bell is on most of the time as well. But then on Mondays we have his name is Clint Pasillas. He does a show with Alana.
He's good with Alana.
He does a show with Alana Rizzo.
Hey, Laura, is DeAndre taping his Laker thing in there right now?
I think he already
Oh,
did.
did he already
Graham's
do it?
shaking his head.
Oh.
Is it over, Graham?
I think
It
it
ended.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
DeAndre does
crash
what is his called? The Lakers.
Lakers Talk Daily.
Lakers Talk Daily.
And then on Friday we have Jeff Spiegel from Dodger Blue.
Oh, nice. All right, so that's on the Blue Review. Make sure 8:30
Blue
to
Review.
8:55
The Blue
every day
Review.
on the 710 ESPN LA YouTube channel.
Shohei had his baby. Now,
Yeah.
Baby girl.
Okay, yeah. So if I was UCLA, I'm dead serious about this.
Right.
If I was Martin Jarman, the athletic director at UCLA, I would offer Shohei's baby a full athletic scholarship right now.
Just for the PR?
Yep.
You don't even know he's going to be good at because his wife is a basketball player. So
And
it doesn't matter
we
just
won't
here.
even specify the sport,
Right.
but here's a full ride.
Yeah.
It's yours if you want it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I mean, think about it. With those genes, jeez.
Give him
Yeah.
an NIL deal right now.
Yeah.
Here, $1 million right
Why
now.
not?
Yeah. Her.
Her, $1 million for her.
For her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a little baby girl. I was glad. By the way, I do think he came back really fast. Like he was like back.
That's what it was. Like
Yeah, I
had
think
the
the
baby,
baby was born Friday, and on Saturday he was on a plane.
Yeah, he was back.
played Sunday.
Yes, he did. Dodgers won 2 out of 3 over the weekend. Coming up next, Adam Schefter almost made himself the busiest man in the history of the world. Plus, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible's coming up. I got to talk
Wait
to
a minute.
Bergman
There's
about this.
another Mission Impossible
Mission Impossible
movie?
Final Reckoning, the last one. It's the final reckoning.
the part 2,
There
right?
are no more reckonings after this.
I
This is
thought
the last
reckoning
reckoning.
meant that was the end anyway. So
The first one I think was Dead Reckoning, and this one's Final Reckoning.
It was 2 parts, right?
Yeah, 2 parts. And by the way, Phil Jackson, John, says no to games on Easter.
I
Just pick that up, yeah.
All right, so here's the weird thing about Phil saying that. You can give everybody Christmas and Easter off
Right.
if you want. But you're sitting around at home with nothing to do with your family. I think sports kind of saves those holidays.
Absolutely.
I think those are great days for sports. I think Phil's point is he worked every Christmas and every Easter when he was a coach.
Right.
And he thinks you should have that time to spend with your family. I understand his point. But in terms of the rest of the world, like Lisa the other day was saying to me, was asking me how I feel about holidays. And I don't like most holidays because I always have to work.
Right.
I have to work on Thanksgiving. I
Well,
have to
then
work
you're
on
on
Christmas. I
Team
have to
Phil.
work on Easter. But I think those are good days to work because I think it brings other people enjoyment. I understand why I'm being asked to work on those days.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, seriously, we're sitting around all day anyway for a holiday with our
Right.
family, and we're looking for something to talk about. When you run out of things to talk about, and there's always a game on, and that's perfect.
By the way, it's moving more away from what Phil wants than towards it. The NFL is now taking over Christmas, and they're
yeah.
never giving it back.
No, not at all.
The NBA owned Christmas for about 20 years. Now the NFL is saying we're going to play every day, and we're going to play on Black Friday, and we're taking over.
Yep.
And for me, because I don't celebrate Easter, I know Riley does at times, but I don't celebrate Easter. So I got to watch F1 in the morning. Then I got to watch the Dodger game right after that. It was
Yep.
great. That's exactly what I
So
wanted.
how does that work when you're Jewish, your ex-wife is not,
No,
correct?
correct.
Okay, so
Yeah.
does Riley just go to her mom's for those holidays?
Yeah, she
for Christmas
didn't.
and
She
Easter?
just hung out with me
Okay.
yesterday. But for the most part, yeah, she goes there for Christmas, for any of the Christian holidays. She goes over there.
Yeah. I haven't been, yesterday I was thinking, I haven't been to Mass in a long time. I need to go to a Mass.
Didn't Laura go to the Mass?
Laura, you went to church,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I went to Second Baptist Church in Santa Ana with my boyfriend's parents.
Oh,
it was
nice.
great.
How was it? Nice?
It was, honestly, I haven't been to a Baptist church in a long time. It's been many, many years. They had praise dancers. It was really nice. It was a
Now,
nice service.
did you sing?
No, I can't sing.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Oh,
as a
they do sing. Yes,
congregation.
yes,
Yeah, as
yes.
a
I was like, I
congregation.
don't sing.
No, I'm not asking you if you just
No.
got up and sang.
No,
Does
they
everybody
did.
sing?
Yes.
All right.
There's gospel music there. Yes.
You want some good news?
Yes,
If you're a Laker
of
fan?
course. Yep.
All right. They just, at the NBA office, set up all the tiebreakers for teams that finished with identical records.
Okay.
There were 4 teams that finished 50 and 32. Lakers, Denver, Pacers, Clippers. Lakers won the tiebreaker between all 4.
Oh, good.
So they, second, third, and fourth were Indiana, the Clippers, and Denver, respectively.
How do they choose that? What was the tiebreaker?
They just do it randomly.
No.
They do it with drawings. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Is it rock, paper, scissors or rock, paper, scissors,
So,
shoot?
yeah.
By the way, so the Lakers won the tiebreaker over
the other teams
over
that had
the
their
other
record.
teams.
Like Phoenix and Portland had the same record. Phoenix won. Dallas and Chicago had the same record. Dallas won. Memphis won with the Warriors and the Bucks, and then the Lakers won with those other 3 teams.
So here's a question: you actually were invited once to do the play-by-play on the rock paper scissors
I was.
championship, right?
For $5,000, I had to turn it down.
Now my question
It
is:
was in Canada.
Is there an actual skill to rock paper scissors? Because it seems so random to me. I can't imagine that you could be a champion at this when it is so random and there's such a luck component.
But isn't it the same as, like, isn't checkers kind of random? Or chess?
Well, there's skill and chess for sure.
Right, but
yes, chess is a lot of skill.
But chess is mental. You're playing a mental game against your opponent. Assume that you're a great chess player and I'm a great chess player.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the same level of skill.
Yeah.
We have to outthink the other guy.
Correct, outthink them.
So if we're playing rock, paper, scissors, let's go. All
Okay,
right? On
ready?
3. Okay, both through paper.
Both through paper. Both
Both
through rock.
You got me.
I got
Right,
you.
on
I
the
threw
third
paper.
one. Right,
Yeah.
I threw rock.
You have to anticipate.
Right, so
Yeah,
there
but
is-
you're not really.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, you
Really?
outsmarted me there.
I did actually. You know what? I did outsmart you.
There you go.
I knew you were going to go back to rock,
Well,
and I
then-
went to paper.
then you
See?
answered your own
See?
question.
Okay,
Skill.
there you have it.
By
all
the
right.
way, you threw paper. Why didn't I just throw scissors?
I
I had
know.
already
You
thrown the
could've.
other 2.
You
What
could
an
have.
idiot.
Exactly. All right. Hey, it's Kings playoff game day on 710.
Did we give away those seats?
We did, but you
We
know what?
did.
They got another pair for the afternoon show. Listen today for your chance to win. Tonight's game 1 at Crypto. Kings taking on the Oilers. Listen for your cue to call during Shadano and Cap today, and you will be at Crypto Arena tonight. Make sure to listen to all the coverage starting at 6:30 on the all-new ESPN LA app. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Go, Kings, go.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
But I'm still working on my McVay. I like when he calls George, but I'm working on McVay. I haven't spent enough time on it yet. I'm working on it, though. I want to be able to do.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George. I want to get it
towards
so that,
the end. You got it a little more towards the end.
I want to get it so that when McVay comes on, I can McVay him.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Looking for a great deal on a new ride? Lease a 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC for just $319 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Don't miss out. Drive with confidence with America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. And Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or online at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com to schedule your test drive. Lease offer on approved HMF credit. $39.99 due at signing. Plus tax, license, $85 doc fee, and registration. No security deposit. 10,000 miles per year. Offer expires 4/30/2025.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, commissions, open houses, or costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free." Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Pizza City Fest returns to Los Angeles at LA Live on Saturday, April 26th and Sunday, April 27th. The festival offers a stellar lineup of Southern California's best pizza makers in one location, giving fans the unique opportunity to taste, see live demos, and attend panel discussions with culinary experts over 2 days at LA Live. Get more info and buy tickets now at LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA. Once again, that's LALive.com/Pizza City Fest LA.
Ready to win some real cash during the basketball playoffs? Check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 posterizes the competition, including prize picks. Get all your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick 6 Plus. Even more cash if you outscore the competition. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code FNH. That's code FNH. For new customers to play $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
All right, he's back. I got the funniest argument with Lisa about this one. Lisa said, you know that the Mission Impossible song has words? And I said, no, it doesn't. She goes, yeah, it is. And she right. No, and so she mistook it. It doesn't have words. So every time this comes on, I go, Mission Impossible. Look out. They're going to get judged. Shut up.
So there is going to be another Mission Impossible. Now, if I remember, so first of all, let me just preface all this by saying I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan.
No, you're
He's
not.
like the last guy that still makes big stinking movies, and he demands that they be shown in theaters and in large format and all that stuff. He loves the movie business. He loves the theater business, and that's why I like Tom Cruise. Now, he does have this thing where he's claiming he's doing stunts, and I just don't believe he's doing as many stunts as he says that he's doing.
Broken wrists, broken ankles.
Can I just ask, though, let's say he is doing them. What difference does it make?
to you. It
No,
makes
why
a difference
does it,
to
what
you.
does it matter if Tom Cruise hangs off an airplane in real life or he hangs off an airplane in green screen? Does it matter to you?
No.
No. So why do it?
It matters to when people think about you as an actor. If you're one of the greatest actors of all time, Tom Cruise did his own stunts. Like that's the only thing that I.
But who do you think in your life, watching movies, has done his own stunts?
Nobody.
Right.
Tom Cruise.
No. So
yeah,
what?
Tom Cruise.
But
Jason Statham.
I did see him break it. I saw him break his leg,
Jackie
but what
Chan
does it matter?
Yeah, I was like,
Why do we care?
Yeah, we don't. Most people don't. I don't even think you do, Greg. You're trying to make an argument that you care, but you don't.
No, I am trying to make an argument that I care and I don't. But
Yes.
when it goes into when it's NBA players or any type of sports play, you have to find every little thing, like the LeBron Jordan argument. You have to look through every single possible thing.
You know, the next big thing, Mace, is going to be how much AI is okay.
Oh, and now that part too.
And because if you think about like Avatar, there's a lot of AI in Avatar.
Yeah. But I mean, I
So is it now if you and I are in a movie,
right,
and they shoot they use a lot of AI in the movie, is that a reflection on us?
Well, did it
No.
bother us when it was CGI? No. It's just AI manipulating CGI. I don't see any problem with that. What I have a problem with it is when they're actually doctoring people's performances with AI.
Right.
That I think,
What was the story we had last week that I wanted to bring up with you that was so good? This was the gist of it.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it was.
Okay.
The guy who directed Home Alone 2. Guy named Christopher Columbus.
Yep.
Yes.
He did number
directed
one.
Home Alone
Yep.
1 also.
Okay. He wants to go back. He doesn't like President Trump. And he has a cameo. President Trump has a cameo in Home Alone 2.
Okay.
So he wants to go back and edit him out.
Why?
Now, leave the politics out of it for a second. But, Mace, what do you think about that? You release a movie, okay? Pick your favorite. Like, Mace, you love Usual Suspects. You love Chinatown. Let's say, who directed Usual Suspects?
Bryan Singer.
All right. So let's say Bryan Singer after 10 years goes, that scene, whatever the scene it is, just make up a scene in your head, doesn't age well. It doesn't reflect how times are in 2025.
Right, sure.
I'm going to go back and take it out. Are you okay with that?
Well,
Would you go back and watch the new version and compare it to the old version? Or I personally don't think I think you release a movie in the time it comes out and you live with it.
Okay.
Don't change it.
So-
or would you be okay if directors went back and changed movies?
If it is the director, I'm okay with it because that's their movie. If it's the studio saying, "Oh, we got to make this better for foreign markets or whatever it is, so we're going to juggle this around, cut this scene, cut that scene," then you're influencing the artistic integrity of it. But I think if it's the actual director whose movie it is, I think you should be allowed to do it.
What about colorization? Like movies that were all black and white?
I'm not a big colorization guy. It's been done.
Is that right? Does that violate
Wizard of Oz did that?
Yeah, does that violate the sanctity of the movie?
For me, it does. If it was made in color, that's one thing. If it's made in black and white and then colorized, I don't think it's genuine. Do you?
No, but it's not my movie.
By the way, it also looks fakey.
Yeah, it's not my movie. It's their movie.
And most directors do not want their movie. If you ask them, they do not want their movies colorized.
So what if the producer wants to change it, but not the director?
I say the producer's out. It's the director's movie.
You think director is the owner of it?
That's his vision, her
but it
vision.
would be weird if we could go back over the years and get our favorite movies, and there's going to be scenes in there that don't age well. This happened with John Wayne. When John Wayne passed away, somebody went back and found a whole bunch of old interviews where John Wayne says a bunch of offensive stuff. And I thought to myself, it wasn't as offensive back then. It's horribly offensive now.
Right.
But I try not to hold those guys prisoner of the moment. Back then, I'm not going to crucify somebody that did something 50 years ago.
No, and
I just don't think it's right.
And it doesn't matter what you think of Donald Trump. That his scene in Home Alone 2 is very short and really not
It's
that
just
big.
by the way, they've already edited. Some
even if
countries
you
have
edit it out,
already
who
cut it.
cares?
I think Canada last Christmas when they were showing the movie had already edited
What
it out.
Columbus's argument is that when he shows up, it depresses everybody or depresses his friends because it sounds like he's on the other side of the political spectrum from Trump. But
it happened already. It's already there. Everybody
right.
saw
I'm with you,
it.
Greg. I'm with you. I don't think you should go back and change movies, but you make a good argument if it's his movie and he was the director and he put it in there in the first place. Should he have the right to go take it out? Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, I wanted to mention one last thing, and that is that Adam Schefter came out and said that he not only wanted to be the NFL guy, but he wanted to be the NBA guy, and he wanted to be the golf guy on top of everything else.
I've heard him talk about this, yeah.
Now, how could you possibly, being the NFL guy, the go-to, is got to be, that's really tough. I mean, you're breaking news all the time. You see him on TV, and he's got his phone out, and he's always checking for news. If you added the NBA to that, and then he suggested being a golf insider on top of everything else, would you have any time to do anything else in your entire life than follow breaking stories?
You guys know that I live 2 doors down from the greatest college football writer in the world, Bruce Feldman.
Yeah.
And I always wonder how, like that Nico Imaleva that went to UCLA the other day, Bruce was on that early. He had it. But I know for a fact he was on vacation with his family in the mountains when that story broke. And sure enough, 10 seconds after I heard it, he's tweeting about it.
Yep.
So you're never off the clock. And Bruce only does one sport, and he's great at. No way you could do 3. You wouldn't have a life.
No, it's too much. It's way too much. I value my work-life balance. I know Mason absolutely values
I have
it.
no work-life
You
balance.
have none.
Yeah.
And
You're
you need
you're
to
living
value it
very
a little
unhealthy.
bit more. But
Correct.
work-life balance makes such a big difference to
does.
be able to actually come into work and do a great job every single day. That's crazy to me. No way.
No, that's nuts. All right, coming up next for you, going to do some Game of Games, and it is John Ireland's game today. John, what do you got cooking? Who's the favorite?
I would say the favorite is none of you.
Wow, none of us.
Here's a hint. If Mike Trudell were here, he would be the favorite.
Oh, God. What
That's
is it
a hint.
like? Oh, it's Beverly Hills 90210?
I'm not saying any more than that.
Okay, that's an area.
As soon as I tell you what the game's about, you'll go, oh.
90s hip-hop.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Right.
You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
All right, here we go. It is time, people. At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase is necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire, slots, so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action. And here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You could redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking and the game is on. Suit up, take your shot, and let's... Head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and for the 4th consecutive season, the Los Angeles Kings meet the Edmonton Oilers in round 1. Long shot, tipped wide, loose puck, they score! Warren Foegele back in Alberta. He gives the Kings a 1-0 lead less than 3 minutes into the game. And Foegele hands it to Moore. Centering pass, Gavrikov shoots and scores! Here they come in a 2-on-1. Kopitar to the right circle, a shot, they score! Kempe on the 2-on-1 with Kopitar. And nearing the midway point of the third, it is 5-0 LA. Final few seconds tick off the clock. And here in Edmonton tonight, the Kings clinch home ice in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs with a commanding 5-0 win over their first round opponents, the Edmonton Oilers. It's the Kings and the Oilers in Game 1. Coverage begins at 6:30 right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gat today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergat.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergat.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergat.com.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Harry Douglas here. And when you're on a business trip, you know what goes completely off the rails? Your workout routine, especially when you book a hotel that doesn't have a gym. So what ends up happening is you do a few push-ups and sit-ups in your room, you run around the block and just skip it entirely. Lame. If you just stay at La Quinta by Wyndham, you'll discover there's a fully equipped fitness center at every location. Now you can wake up and power your bis and tris the right way and de-stress with some cardio. The choice is yours, folks. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is a Monday. It is John Ireland's game today. Everybody's in the house. Laura, what's our scoreboard for this month?
All right, so Ireland, not surprised here, winning with 5. Brian, you have 3. Pepe, Mason, and I have 2, and Michael Thompson has 1.
And Pepe has 2?
I won on Friday.
Okay, I forgot to add you. Greg has 1.
How did Pepe get 2?
He's won 2, both
All
of
right.
Michael's games.
All right, he'll be back in tomorrow, and it will be Michael's game tomorrow. All right, here's this game. As you know, the Lakers are playing Minnesota in the first round of the playoffs. Game 2 here tomorrow night.
Minnesota.
So we head to the city of 10,000 lakes for games 3 and 4 Friday and Sunday. This is a game about Minnesota. Here we go. Question 1. The Lakers have 17 NBA titles.
True.
Brian, how many of those titles did the Minneapolis Lakers win? A5, B6, C7. Brian, 5, 6, or 7?
7.
Laura.
5.
Greg.
7.
Mace.
5.
5 is the correct answer. Laura and Mace are on the board. All right, question 2. Laura, this one's coming to you. Which one of Minnesota's lakes is the world's largest freshwater lake? A, Lake Superior, B, Lake Michigan, C, Lake Erie. Superior, Michigan, or Erie, Laura?
I have no clue. Superior.
Okay, great.
Superior.
Mace.
I have no clue. Superior.
Brian.
Erie.
It's Superior.
It's Superior, obviously, Brian.
Superior.
All right, Laura and Mace have 2. Greg has 1. Brian, Bupkis. Greg, this one coming to you.
Okay.
Which one of these companies is not based in Minnesota? So they have their corporate headquarters in Minnesota. A, Best Buy. B, Dick's Sporting Goods. C, General Mills. Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, General Mills, Greg.
Let's go with Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, Mace.
Best Buy.
Brian.
Best Buy.
Laura.
It is Best Buy.
It is Dick's Sporting Goods. Best Buy and General Mills both based there, as is
I don't know.
Target.
Bergman's got
For
us
people
tied
who
up,
didn't
right?
know. Okay, Mace, this one coming to you.
Yep.
What is the average high temperature in January in Minneapolis? Okay?
Yep.
Average high temperature in January in the Twin Cities. A, 24 degrees. B, 34 degrees. C, 44 degrees. 24, 34, or 44?
I'll take a shot with 34.
Okay, Brian.
24.
Laura.
Let's go 24. Kobe.
Greg.
I'm sure you've talked about this when you were in Minnesota. Let's go 24.
24 is the right answer. Kobe, I didn't think about that. Laura and Greg have 3. Mace 2. Brian 1. All right, Brian, this one coming back to you. In what year did the Lakers move from Minnesota to L.A.? A, 1959, B, 1960, C, 1961. 59, 60, or 61?
I'll take 61.
Okay, Laura.
I'll take 60.
Greg.
Should know this. 61.
Mace.
61.
It's 60, and Laura Romo has taken the lead. With Elgin Baylor, they came, and Jerry West joined the team. Okay. Laura, this one's coming to you.
Okay.
Which one of these famous people was not born in Minnesota? A, Kevin Garnett, B, Vince Vaughn, C, Bob Dylan. Garnett, Vaughn, or Dylan, Laura?
Let's go Garnett.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, Garnett.
Mace.
Pretty sure it's Garnett.
Brian.
Garnett.
It is Garnett. He was born in South Carolina. Vince Vaughn is a Chicago fan, so it surprised me to learn he was born in Minnesota. Okay, Laura has 5. Greg has 4. Mace has 3. Brian has 2. All right, so we'll go to the leader, which is Laura.
Okay.
Laura, Minnesota has more what than any state in the country? Okay, more of these than any state in the country. A, Target stores. B, tanning salons. C, bike trails. Target stores, tanning salons, or bike trails, Laura.
Well, I think you said Target is based from there, so I'll go with Target.
Okay, great.
I've known a lot of women from Minnesota. Let's go tanning salons.
Okay, Mace.
Well, I'm going to go with bike trails.
Okay, Brian.
Tanning salons.
Bike trails is the right answer. The state that has the most Target stores is California.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense.
And the state that has the most tanning salons, this makes perfect sense, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Oh, that does make sense.
Okay.
Snooky.
So Laura still has the lead. She still goes first. There are 2 left in a tiebreaker. Okay, Laura. See if you can hang on to your lead.
Nah.
The Mall of America, located in Bloomington, Minnesota, can fit how many 747 airplanes inside of it?
Wow.
All right. A, 12, B, 22, C, 32. Laura, 12, 22, or 32?
I'll go 32 with magic.
Okay, Greg.
I'll go 32 also.
Mace.
22.
Brian.
22.
It's 32, which
that
knocks
closes me
Mason
out,
and
yeah.
Brian out. Greg, you're 1 back.
Okay, I got to go
Which
opposite.
means, Laura,
for the win.
you get this, you win it.
Uh-oh, Laura.
Now, we were talking about this earlier. Of course, one of the most famous people from Minnesota is Prince, whose real name is Prince Rogers Nelson. Which one of these things is not true about Prince?
Okay.
So 2 of these things are true, 1 is not. A, he agreed to appear in the original Batman movie because he had a crush on Kim Basinger and wanted to meet her. Basinger played Vicky Vale. Once he met her, they dated for the next year and a half. B, he was a Seventh-day Adventist. That was his religious choice, Seventh-day Adventist. Or C, he plays guitar on Madonna's Like a Prayer, and he plays the synthesizer on Stevie Nicks' song Stand Back. So A,
It's A.
you're saying Kim Basinger.
Yes.
Greg, that means you got to go with he was a Seventh-day Adventist, or he plays on Like a Prayer and Stand Back.
I'm going to go with C, that he does not play the synthesis on.
Okay.
I had it right there. It was B, wasn't it?
You did. He's a Jehovah's Witness. He's not a Seventh-day Adventist. You had it.
I had it. It was right there.
It
It
was
was
right
right
Laura,
there.
congratulations.
Way to go, Laura.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Yes.
Boom goes the
Okay, so
dynamite.
let's do
Absolutely.
Let's do the tiebreaker just for fun.
Okay.
All right. Minnesota is known as the land of 10,000 lakes. But how many lakes does the state actually have? Closest wins, and you can go over.
Okay.
All right. So everybody write down a number. Greg, you don't have anything to write
How
with.
many
So
lakes are
Greg,
for
give me
real?
a number.
I'm going to say 8,942.
Okay, mate.
7,500 Lakes.
Laura.
6,300.
Brian.
1,000.
Well, you all went way under. They actually have more than 10,000.
Do they really? I thought
Greg got it.
Wow.
It's 11,842.
Jeez.
So the land of 10,000 lakes
Has
actually
11.
sells them short.
Right.
11,842. Laura, congratulations.
Way to go,
Nice
Laura.
job,
Thank you.
Laura.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I knew Trudell. It could be any. I guess Wu-Tang Clan.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was 90s hip
Could've
hop.
been
guess
about Northwestern.
Beverly Hills 90210. I could have guessed the New Yorker. Every time I see Trudell, he's always trying to get me to read an article
By
in
the
the
way,
New Yorker.
I sit 3 rows behind him on the
Yeah.
plane, and he still reads the old hard copy of the New Yorker.
Oh, wow.
Such an intellectual.
Smart guy.
Him and Michael read hard. Michael brings like 10 newspapers.
Does he
from
really?
A week.
I didn't even know they make 10 newspapers
Right.
on.
I read everything on a Kindle.
Yeah, me too.
Everything.
Me too. Everything.
Yeah, everything I'm doing is electronic.
Yeah, I mean, I remember days when you'd travel and you'd have to bring like 3 books, and it'd take up all that space in the
it would-
suitcase.
heavy,
and-
too.
Yeah, it would be a matter of which books you would bring would be the one you could fit in the suitcase.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, coming up next for you, I believe Shadano and Cap both here for some super crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap, and I want to talk to you for just a minute about Prize Picks, my absolute favorite app. Download the Prize Picks app, use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus. You've heard that before, but let's talk about this. Now that the basketball season is over and we're pulling into the postseason, do you want to go VIP style to the championship? Would you like to do that? I'm sure you would. Basketball's championship series is not that far away, and starting with the play-in round, which is going on, every lineup you make on Prize Picks will enter you in the Takes Two ticket sweepstakes. It's on right now on the Prize Picks app, and this could get you and a +1. So you and your guest are going VIP style to the ship, okay? The ship, as in the championship. Download the Prize Picks app. Use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus. Prize Picks, run your game.
First round dates are set for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Be there as the LA Kings host the Edmonton Oilers for Game 1 on Monday, April 21st, and for Game 2 on Wednesday, April 23rd. Tickets are available now at lakings.com/playoffs.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Hey, it doesn't happen very often, but we are all in the house. Shadano, Cap join me in Ireland right now for some Super Crosstalk. Guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey.
All right, so Cappy, I have two things to tell you.
Okay.
On one side of the fence, I owe you an apology, and the other side of the fence, you steered me wrong. All right,
Okay.
so I'll give you the apology first.
All right, thank you.
I said I was mad at you because you cost me the best day in Idaho last week, Friday, perfect weather, but I flew home Friday morning because you said don't travel on a game day. Saturday, my wife was on the first flight. She overslept.
Oh.
When I saw Sedano, I told him this story. When I saw him at the game, I thought she missed the flight. She claimed she made it by 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
But if I would have been stressed out of my mind if that would have been me. But now, the reason I'm mad at you, George flew from way farther away than I did and had zero issues, right?
Made it early.
I was texting George on Saturday, and I was like, George, where are you? And he's like, I'm in the air. I've left Memphis. I'm on my way to Salt Lake City, and I'm in the air wherever over the country he was. I'm like, okay, thank God you made the first flight. Yeah. Then from Salt Lake to LA, hey, where are you? I'm over whatever state it was. Thank God you're going to make it on time. Because he threatened me, this guy.
Yeah.
He freaking threatened me.
he did.
He told me.
I would have joined him in beating you up.
I said I would strangle you.
Strangle.
Yes.
Not beat you up, not punch you in your face.
The South Bay Strangler.
Right. Not be angry.
South Bay Strangler,
He threatened to strangle me.
Yes.
Can you imagine I'm down on the ground?
No,
He's on top
can't
of me.
imagine it.
He's mounting me,
Yeah.
and he's freaking strangling me.
Yeah, no, I cannot picture that.
I'm gonna kill
no,
you.
actually, I can picture that. Sometimes I'm listening to your show, and it sounds like that might be going on.
No, it could happen.
Sometimes it sounds like, the way you make a point and then he just strangles it. I think that's what. I think that's every one of your points. He comes in and strangles it.
Right. Now, Johnny, I have a question. When Lisa oversleeps,
Well, you would have woken her up, though.
I think
because
so,
you're always up early.
but what time? Like, okay,
So the shuttle was coming to pick her up at 5. And at 5, she woke up to Jordan, the girl who drives the shuttle, pounding on our front door.
okay.
So she made it.
That's acceptable. Like, if you would have said to me, "Hey, the flight's at 10 a.m."
The flight was at 7 a.m.
Right, and she slept until 9:30.
Right,
I'd be like,
sure.
that's a problem.
Yeah, there's a
But
problem.
5 o'clock in the morning, oversleeping is okay. I
Yeah.
can understand that.
Yeah.
So,
George, what should my level of concern be about the Lakers at this point?
I think this is now a real 7-game series.
My original pick was Lakers in 7.
Yeah, so I think they are certainly in a situation where they need to be worried they can lose the series.
of
For
course.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't think this is all of a sudden all the Lakers in 5 jokes. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
No more jokes like that because you're not sweeping. You're not
oh
getting
no,
the
we're
next
still
score.
we're still gonna make those jokes though. Those
Yeah.
are
Why
funny
don't you start
jokes.
changing it to Lakers in 7?
You can make the jokes, but they're just jokes at this point.
Yeah, that's
Got jokes?
Yeah, I'm in it kind of for the jokes.
The Lakers.
How dare you?
I would say this, John. It was the Lakers' worst nightmare. They outmuscled them, which everyone thought was going to be a problem already to begin with, and then they hit every shot imaginable, and the Lakers didn't even defend that well.
No, they did not.
42 at three-point attempts, not one contested.
Right. We're
within
talking about it
within a
all day.
foot. Yeah.
27 wide open, 15 open.
Right.
Yeah, of all their field goal attempts, 83, 59 were unguarded.
So in the third quarter,
nice stat.
Thank you.
I go to JJ and I say to him, and Luca had just hit the shot, the
half quarter,
right? And I said, a little momentum there, turned the tide a little bit. How did you trim the lead? And he said straight up, well, we actually showed playoff intensity for a few minutes there, as opposed to the regular season intensity we'd been showing all game. And then he just kind of ripped their lack of intensity.
Right.
By the way, it's so refreshing to have a coach actually rip anything.
Yeah.
Like from the Lakers' perspective. Only because I felt for like the last 2 years and probably even prior to that, everybody was kind of, at least is my own perspective, kind of careful with what they said. JJ, for whatever reason, in year one, first-time head coach, everything else, had enough of a relationship with LeBron beforehand to just, he's candid. He's honest with you.
Yeah.
And I like that about JJ. Instead of being like, well, hey, George, well, we're gonna try and work on a few things here. I'm gonna draw up a couple of plays here. Instead, it's like, no, we sucked. We're terrible.
Yeah.
And we don't have the intensity. He's right. Because for all this talk about playoff intensity versus regular season basketball and trying to understand it from all the insiders, like, define it. What is the difference? Everything that everybody said, the Lakers didn't come out with that on Saturday.
They lost in every category you can think of. They got walloped.
And Anthony Edwards didn't have a good game.
And didn't have a big game. Mm-hmm. Well, that part of the reason was they sent everybody to Anthony Edwards, and everybody's wide open.
But
for
he's now seen that a lot.
But don't you think they let him score more and lock up shooters this next game?
I mean, you can try that. That's not necessarily a great tactic either.
But don't you think that's better than what happened? Wide open.
No, I would still take my chances
40
with other
wide
people.
Open threes,
right?
No contest,
right? But that has more to do with their own. That has to do more with the Lakers, I think, less so than the T-Wolves.
Well, the Lakers were kind of packing the paint a little bit on Anthony Edwards, and I thought that's one of the reasons why there were so many great looks.
You still got to be able to get out to the shooters. Like, that's just the reality, and that's what they had done a good job. Like when they played that game in Boston. Towards the end of the season, I felt like they did a really good job in that game, packing the paint and getting towards the shooters. Like, it's not that much different against Minnesota.
Yeah, the one thing I caught, a friend of mine totally freaked out on this already, and it's like, oh my God, we're going to lose and all this talk. No, you guys, you slow down. We are now operating at playoff pace. One game is just one game, and it doesn't necessarily carry momentum to the next game.
No,
game two
but you don't think Game 2 is
different.
a must-win?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Like, you can't go down 0-2 going on the road.
Says it's not must
No,
win.
I mean, technically it's not. But
technically
you can't
it's
go,
not.
You go down 0-2 going on the road, you're in deep, deep doo-doo.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So is it must win?
No.
Oh, it is.
Is the series over if they lose?
No,
they got a 7% chance of winning.
But I would say, okay, how about this? It's as close to a must-win as you can get.
Yes. True.
Well, listen, losing game one on your home floor, where, to your point, everything went really well for Minnesota because there were so many uncontested shots, and they dropped them. They knocked them all down, right? On the other hand, if you look at the Lakers and you go, well, this guy didn't really perform and this guy didn't really contribute, et cetera, you got to kind of figure out, like, is Minnesota going to hit as many shots as they did tomorrow
Probably
night?
not.
And are the Lakers going to have more contributions from guys you expect to contribute?
But the key to this series, I told you, was Rudy Gobert. If you can play Rudy Gobert off the floor, then you're going to have a good chance to win. They did not. They let the bigs punish them. Not that Rudy had this monster game, but he was able to stay on the floor, which helps them defensively.
Yeah, didn't score a lot, Rudy Gobert. I think, what do you have, 6 points maybe in the game? Something like that.
But if he's on the floor, he's covering ground.
Mm-hmm. And he's good on the offensive boards, and they did well on the offensive boards in that game. So, yeah, I mean, I think tomorrow will look, I mean, it better look completely different.
The Lakers tomorrow night are 6.5-point favorites.
Are they really?
Yeah, and I was pretty surprised by that because the one service that I used over the weekend, they said that their play of the weekend was Minnesota.
Minnesota +4, I think is what it was.
Yeah, and I was like, really? That's your play of the weekend? They're like, it's the only NBA game we're picking.
So it was Minnesota +4, that covered, and then they've got Lakers -6.5 tomorrow night.
No, they don't have Lakers -6.5. They actually have Minnesota again tomorrow night.
They have Minnesota plus 6.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's the only NBA series that they're picking.
Is this one of them gambling services? They call you, I got to pick for you, I got to pick for you?
They don't really call you if they've got to pick for you. I called them.
So I had a guy, years and years ago, I used to go down to Tijuana, weirdly, to do a show every week. I did a show from Tijuana.
From what? From like the casino down
there?
What's it called? Come on.
You know,
we're both going to go like
they've
this.
got like the dog races and they got highlight and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So anyway, every week.
What's
So
the name of that place?
I'd always look for picks, right? Because I'm down there on a Friday. I did the show every Friday night from down there. I'm looking for picks. I can make my bets and come back and pick up the money next week. So I call one of those touts. And, you know, he gives me a pick and it wins. So I'm like, yeah, I got to call the tout back. So you call the tout back. He gives you another pick, loses. You're like, well, all right, I'll give the guy a shot.
Caliente.
Next one, agua, or not caliente.
Yeah, caliente.
Next one, loses. Next one, loses. Then the guy calls me and he says, I got a pick for you. I'm like, no, I'm not using your picks anymore. He said, no, I'm sorry. I've got the one. And I took the pick. I didn't play it. Then he called me back the next day. I said, dude, I'm not gambling anymore. I'm a habitual gambler. I've got a problem gambling, and I can't do this anymore. And the guy said, yeah, I know, but I got this one that is going to win. He was still, even after I said I was a compulsive gambler, was still trying to get me to take a pick.
Wow.
That is a weird world, that tout world. So you use the service. Do you actually act upon the service?
Why don't I ask you?
Yeah, he's in the league. Why don't you ask
Not
him?
about the game I'm doing, but you can ask me about the other games. I give my thoughts.
Okay. What about the Lakers tomorrow night? -6.5.
Give me a minute.
Lakers minus. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me look at.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Let
going
me
to
hear
study.
what
I'm
you-
going to
let me
also
hear
do
what
some
you
That sounds
studying.
like a lot.
Let me hear what you got.
6.5.
6.5 does seem like a lot, doesn't it?
It does. Hey, guys,
Yeah.
I want to tell you guys how much I enjoy Luc Robitaille.
Isn't
on
he
the
a
show.
cool guy?
He's a great guy. I'm a huge fan. Mostly because I had one friend of mine who grew up in Orange County, and he would always refer to him, he was a big Kings fan, and he would always refer to him as Luc Robitaille Bud. Robitaille Bud.
Robitaille Bud.
Thai Bud. I don't know. He thought that was like a funny weed reference, Thai
Yeah,
Bud. I
right.
don't know if it is or it isn't.
Right.
Luc Robitaille Bud. I love hearing him on the show. I think he's great.
He's
And
a great guy.
And I know that like during the regular season of hockey, none of us are really talking very much
Except
hockey.
me. I'm always
Of course.
locked in.
Well, you're
I'm a puckhead.
You're
I'm
you're a
puckhead.
pimp in a box,
Yeah,
is
exactly.
what I've heard.
Yeah.
But I feel like now tonight, the start of the playoffs, like some people don't really get into college basketball till the NCAA tournament starts.
Sure.
Some people don't actually watch the NBA regular season. They wait till the playoffs start. I would say that I'm guilty in the hockey world of not really watching very much during the regular season. I actually looked. I think I went to 3 Kings games this year.
Did you?
Yeah, 3 of them. And by the way, I didn't pay attention to any of them.
You went to the suite. And
I
you
went
had
to the
your
suite and I schmoozed.
B2 action, and that was
did,
it.
Did what I did, right?
Yeah.
And so
Pistons, Clippers tonight, both of them.
Pistons. You like the Pistons and the
Clippers are actually favored on the road.
I think the Clippers are going to win that series in 5 or 6. I thought Denver.
I picked them.
I thought Denver played a perfect game, and they had to beat the Clippers. The Clippers are the better team.
And they also got fortunate at the end of that game. There was a play made by the
what
ball went off.
What a fortunate moment we
Yeah,
find ourselves
what
in.
a
Very
fortunate
very
moment
fortunate.
we
find
Certainly
ourselves
was.
in.
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in. We, those of us that are rooting for Denver, found ourselves in quite a fortunate
Why are you
moment.
rooting for Denver?
I'm rooting for Denver also.
I'm rooting for Denver because if the Clippers advance and the Lakers advance, and if should both teams find themselves at some point facing each other head to head, that to me is like just a very
Let me
dangerous...
tell you guys why you're both wrong.
Okay, tell us.
You should root for the Clippers because the Clippers can give Oklahoma City a series. Denver cannot.
Yeah, but I think the Lakers
we-
can give Oklahoma City a series.
Well, wait a
I
minute.
just saw a
The
27-point win.
Yeah, but the Lakers could knock. I mean, they might not have to
Well,
play
but what
them.
he's saying is that the Thunder would have
Home
had
court.
a tougher series before playing
and
the Lakers.
and the Thunder would
potentially.
have home court. The Lakers would have home court
Against the Clippers.
Against the
But
Clippers.
here's the thing. I don't want the Clippers to have any nice things.
Well, how about forget
They have
about
a nice building.
Forget
That's
about
it.
nice things. What if the Clippers, who've owned the Lakers in the regular season over the last however many years it's
The
been,
Lakers beat them 3 out of 4 this year.
I understand, but you know that the numbers over the last 4 or 5 years. What is the number? Like
Longer than that. If you go back like a decade.
If you
it's
torture numbers, they'll tell you anything.
Okay, well,
true.
Yeah.
But you guys, every time the Lakers and the Clippers would play, everybody would be like, well, look, the Clippers have won 40 of the last 45 meetings, If the Clippers and the Lakers play in the postseason and the Clippers knock the Lakers out,
we'll never hear the end of
that's
it.
right. That's little brother knocking out big
we'll
brother.
never
That's the
hear
Mets
the end of
beating
that.
the Yankees.
Yeah, I'm not
you know?
worried, but I'm worried about Minnesota.
Yeah, I
don't think you should be worried about the Clippers just yet.
No, I would say focus.
Yeah.
Focus
Or
is
as
right.
Pepe would say.
Yes.
So I am on my way to get a tattoo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This is really
wait,
happening.
Finish your Kings thing.
Mike,
Oh, yeah,
Mike,
your
here's
Kings
the
thing. Go
thing
ahead.
on the Kings is this. By the way, George and I are having Al Michaels, who's a Kings
Oh,
season ticket
yeah.
holder
Yeah.
and a huge Kings fan going
Great
back to
guy.
like, I don't know, maybe like the late 80s, early 90s.
Do you believe in miracles? He's on our show.
Yes, that's right. Al Michaels today at 4:30 will be here
Cool.
talking about the Kings. But I love the fact that we're all seemingly getting into the Kings here just as the playoffs are starting.
Are you going to the game?
I am. I'm going to the game tonight. And, look, obviously everybody knows the history of how much Edmonton has owned the Kings over the last
Very
4
recent
playoffs.
history, yeah.
So, yeah, pretty psyched about it. You going
Yeah.
to come to the game tonight?
No.
Any interest?
No.
None?
Maybe Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Wednesday.
Maybe.
Come Wednesday.
Maybe
You can
Wednesday.
check out Mace's tattoo on Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll be here tomorrow, by the way. You're going to the game
And I'm
tomorrow
not going to the
night,
Laker
right?
game tomorrow either. So.
Oh, you're not? You're
No.
not working it?
No, I'm TNT.
Oh, TNT.
Who's got the game tomorrow night? You know who the broadcast is?
No.
No.
I think Harlan.
I would hope
Okay.
so.
So anyway, you know what
Should
I'm
have him on
getting?
tomorrow.
Do you know what I'm getting a tattoo of?
Sure. You want me to get Reggie on?
Reggie would be great. I had